Good evening, members of Spiritual and DDN Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm your host, Abe Cias. For those tuning in on the Restream, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. As for me, I'm hanging in there, trying to work on this allergies that I've been having for about 2 weeks now. Let me share out this live to the groups that I share to. There we are. We're all shared out. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, I didn't know I was going to do a live again today. I wasn't feeling well, but here I am. I decided, to just knock it out, even though I'm not feeling well. Tell you what, this pollen or whatever's in the air is not good. I don't know, makes you wonder if it's the dust coming from Africa into the U.S. or if it's something else that's being dropped in the air to make people have problems. My father-in-law has the same symptoms. He said he's been having around the same time frame, about 2 weeks. Hopefully, once it stops, all this, be able to breathe better again. But as for right now, I gotta stick to this cough drops and take my allergy pills and stuff. But that's okay. That's life. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. Just have a lot of doubt on the things that the people are being deceived by. All that the things that people are believing in, that they're being deceived. That's about the only thing I see. Which I feel sorry for them. If they're that gullible and they're believing in because they read it somewhere or they've seen it somewhere in the news or somebody said something about something and they're buying into the lie, into the deceit. I feel sorry for those individuals. There's a lot of AI going on right now that's deceiving a lot of people. People are biting into it like fish. They're getting hooked on it. That's why it's important to have a relationship with the Heavenly Father. People are going to believe in what they want to believe in. That's cool. I understand that, but I'm just saying that they're being deceived. You know, how can you believe in something if there's no evidence of its existence? Oh, it's crazy. Just because you see a falling star or a meteor like coming to Earth doesn't mean it's an alien. See some lights flashing doesn't mean it's a UFO or satellites up there. There's a lot of satellites up in the sky. You see a flare in the sky. That the military has different flares nowadays than when I was in. Somebody could mistake a flare for a UFO. They got different kinds of flares, and of course they do have drones, drone airplanes, and stuff like that they use at the ranges and stuff like. So people can try to shoot it down. We used to shoot at them all the time. Yeah, it's just it's crazy, man. How people are getting biting the bait. No, there's a lot of people, man. They're biting the bait. When I hear some of the things that people say, I'm like, oh man, here we go. It's like waking up, man. Wake up and smell the coffee. Don't buy into the BS. I spent 10 years in the military, and I never. I've seen some things, but I'm thinking it was military. The military with, I ain't gonna say advanced equipment, but with the new equipment that they were testing out that I would see. But it is open mic night. If somebody wants to jump on here and talk about this and prove me wrong, you're more than welcome to jump on. I'm just saying that some of the stuff that people come up with, man, because they did research or they did this or that, still, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the things that they're talking about. You know, I mean, I've seen some things that has left me with a question mark, but at the same time, I know how the unseen enemy works, whether it's the DDN or the Legion or other associates of the balance that are unclean spirits. I know what they do. They're very trickery. They like to trick people, deceive people. That's what they do. That's why I just say you can't buy into everything that you're seeing or people are saying. And there's a little people that are being deceived right now. It's a shame. You figure that those before you, I have my great great grandmother, those in charge of me, that were the protecting me spiritually, like my great great grandmother. She was a medicine woman, and she would tell me about the balance. She never once mentioned a UFO, aliens, cryptids, never once. But she did mention things of the balance, things that are unseen. And she cured me a couple of times. Uh, Turned on the put me in the living room because my mom was worried about me because she felt that something was around me. They lit up the living room with sage, and yeah, you were able to see the DDN around me. Maybe the DDN was like maybe a foot and a half away from me. It looked at me and it opened its mouth and closed its mouth, but it was in the form of a lycanthrope, a werewolf. There was like two of them standing beside me. I remember this day very clearly. She commanded them, took authority over them, and told them to leave. And I seen their their spirits when they turned around and walked out of the living room, out of the house. And she told them to leave me alone, and they left. They were right there beside me, unseen. The the smoke from the sage or Palo Santo, whatever she was burning that day. She had, I think she was burning Palo sage. It broke the cloak. You should have seen it when it opened its mouth. Its spirit opened its mouth, and when it closed it, you could see smoke, like it snapped, and the smoke flew from when it closed its spirit mouth. Yeah, like its spirit. That's why I said it's hard for me to believe anything else when the things that I witnessed and what I've encountered is dealing with the balance, dealing with the battle between good and evil. You know, I know the you got you know that's why I won't talk too much about UFOs right now because there's people that done research and they studied this. Just because they see something in the sky doesn't mean it's a UFO. Said the unseen enemy can deceive people. You got people talking about that their brothers are from another planet and all that. No, your brothers and sisters are right here. I'm your brother and sister. I'm your brother through Christ. Talking about my brothers from another planet. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying for tonight. It's going to be nothing but, come on, man. Brothers from another planet? Come on, man. Your brothers and sisters are right here. Right here. Come to me. Take your mind from wherever your mind is at. The reality is right here in front of you. Talking about brothers and sisters from another planet. It's crazy, you know. I've been thinking a lot about that. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. That's people believing in these things. You know, you're living in an opening. You know, like me, I expose the things that are out there in the spirit. That's what I do. I want to bring the awareness to people what's really out there. What's really out there. I mean, it's the things of the spirit. And the crazy part about it is that I've caught them during the day and at night. I mean, it's because they're here 24/7. You know, so instead of looking up to the sky or looking up under the ground, look to your left, look to your right. Use your senses, and you're going to be able to see something because they're here. They've been here. They're around us, infiltrating, seeing who's got a spiritual opening to attach itself to them. You know, talking about my blue brothers from another planet. You know, well, let me drop the link here. I'm just just talking right now. No, I just wanted to get that off. Just talk about it. You know, I mean, there's been a lot of our government is crooked as hell. Uh, they'll use you, and once they use you, they can we're expendable. We're expendable, but yeah, man, it's crazy. Nothing against the people that believe in all this stuff. I'm just saying that I'm trying to help out spiritually, and I'm trying to free some of these people from this bondage that the unseen enemy has control over them. I see a lot of that in all communities. So like that, people don't say that I'm targeting certain communities. I'm not targeting no community. I'm just trying to help out people, my brothers and sisters, the people within the communities. Those are my brothers and sisters. Whether they like it or not, they're my brothers and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters. But people won't get a stick up their hiney hind. They're like, oh, he's talking bad about our communities. He's trying to get people not to believe in the caca squatch. Trying to get people to believe in ET. I'm just trying to awaken people, man. Free them from what the true nature of what they might be witnessing or experiencing, or how should I say, the lie that the people in these communities are pulling the wool over their eyes. I'm trying to awaken my brothers and sisters, because the real war is the spiritual war. All these other things that people are trying to get you believing are just distractions, man. The distractions of what is going to prevent you from getting spiritual ready to be able to fight the spiritual war. And I see a lot of that happening. That's why I say what I say. Not to be an asshole or anything like that, but I'm just straight up guy. I see through the bullshit straight up. That's why I always tell people that tell me, "Wow, about aliens and this." Well, show me a body. Nobody's got nobody to show of nothing, because that's exactly what it is. It's nothing. And it's sad, man. It's sad. I've seen. You know what's so sad about it? That I've tried to help out certain people that I knew of what I witnessed in their videos, that there were the DDN or demons, right? Demonic activity. They're like, oh no, no, I got this. I've been doing this for a long time. Uh, they're dog man. I said, no, man, they're trying to deceive you. They want you to believe in them that it's a dog man, but they're infiltrating you. And they continue, oh, I've been doing this work for a long time, and next thing you know, they're not here no more. They get taken out. I try to help an individual. This individual, it got taken out by this unseen forces, the TDN, whatever you want to name it, because he gave it the power of freaking belief. And there's many others that have been taken out from many communities because they're giving it the power of belief, and it's taking them out. Uh, just like the government trying to bullshit people. They know that they haven't been to no damn moon or to no space or anywhere. Lying to people and then talking about UFOs been here, aliens been here for a long time. Man, get the hell out of here with that crap. Trying to get people to believe in other bullshit. That's a spiritual opening. So let's see how many people we can get to believe in aliens, and but they're really who they're really associated with is Lucifer and the demons. That's what they're doing, when they're free mongering. That's what they do. That's what they're assisting. They ain't assisting no aliens and nothing else, anything else you could think of. That's what they're assisting. What do you think? In the military, they have no religion. It's called. That's why they got chaplains. They don't even talk. They don't even talk about Jesus Christ. They don't even pray. They'll just give you advice. Why is that? Why wouldn't they? Jesus Christ is the strongest. Is the strongest weapon you could have on your side through prayer. Why wouldn't they pray to Him? I'm just saying. But I'm gonna drop a link now. Now I've seen a lot of bullshit throughout my life that I know better. There's a link right there. Whoever wants to chime in on this, what I'm talking about. Come talk to me. Whoever wants to come and talk to me, come and talk to me. I just don't want nobody arguing about if ET made it home or anything. Just being straight up. How you doing?
So I'm doing okay. Now, first thing in the military, the chaplains, you're correct. They don't do what they should do. So to me, they're not chaplains, they're just counselors.
You
That's
know,
what
and you know what's messed up about them?
what
If you tell them, like when you talk to a priest, you're supposed to be confidentiality with the priest or whatever, right?
yeah,
Whatever you tell them what's going on with you. The chaplain, they'll go tell whatever you tell them, they'll go tell your chain of command
right.
and get you in trouble.
Yep, yep.
So fuck the chaplains.
They're snitches.
Yeah. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
That's what they did to
And
me. One time, I told them, because it's when I was getting all those fights in Germany, and I told them I didn't want to be there. I said, just, kick me out or whatever, because I don't want to be here because I had already been like in a lot of fights. You know, What's happening ratted me out. And then the next thing you know, they're making me get in more fights.
yeah,
Hmm. So yeah, I'm telling you, they are not trustworthy.
no, not at all. And you know, I was talking to somebody the other day and we got into an alien conversation. Okay.
Hmm.
And the way this conversation went was this person told me, well, I believe that there are good aliens, and I believe that there are demonic aliens. And I said to them, could it be that the good aliens could also be demonic, but they are just trying to win you over? And they didn't have an answer for me. But my thing is here it is, Abe. I found something out a while ago. You can only go so far to try to wake people up. If they don't want to hear it and they want to argue about it, well, then I wouldn't say anything to them anymore. Let them come to their conclusion and then they'll come to you when they have questions because you are going to do this to your blue in the face trying to convince people about certain things because everybody goes through their own experiences of things. And if Joe Blow said that he was out peeing on a tree and a dog man came around the corner and scared the crap out of him, well, if that's what he believes, you're not going to change his mind. And it's hard. I know it's hard. You do good work here, and people sometimes people have to learn things on their own.
The thing is, it's not even about the aliens or about the cryptids. It's about that I try to help out people that I see that they're being spiritually targeted.
Yes.
Just like this man that he was pretty popular when he was alive, I guess. He was actually capture videos of this. supposedly dogmen following him around, and he had cameras all around him. I contacted him and I let him know. I say, hey, man, I take the same photos and it's not dogmen. You know, they're demonic. You know, and I would tell him put the spirit to the test. I
Right.
would tell him type by in Jesus Christ's name. I said, oh no no, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's they follow me. It's a pack of them. You know, I said, man, that they're deceiving you, man. It's not what you think. So he said, no, I'm going to continue to do the works that I do. And next thing you know, not even like 2 months after I spoke to him, he winds up dead.
Yeah.
And I was trying to help him. What I was trying to do is get him to take authority over him, right? And tie boundary within Jesus Christ's name. And so he could see for himself that it was not no dog man, that it was this unclean spirits, DDN, demons, that were, uh, I mean, they literally will follow him everywhere.
Yeah.
And he
And
passed away. I think he died of a heart attack or something like that. I
I'm
can't remember.
sorry if you
I try to
have,
help out the fella, you know.
yeah, and if you have something like that following you around, you have to come to a realization that that is demonic because it's trying to influence your life.
And that's what I was trying to get him. It was just it was hard to get to him because he believed in cryptids. He believed that it was dogman, and I was like, no, man, I'm telling you, I've dealt with those. It's not what it is. It's and I will tell him that it's demons. You know that I mean, almost every camera angle that he would always find them like real close to him. What they were doing is identifying themselves to him because through spiritual law, that's what they have to identify. So indirectly through the cameras, kind of like what I captured, they're showing themselves.
Yeah,
But he didn't have the spiritual wisdom and knowledge to understand that the demons or the unclean spirits were showing themselves to him that he needed to take authority through Jesus Christ and send them away.
right.
So the more they showed themselves to him and the more he didn't do nothing about it, that's it. You know, and it was sad. You know, I try to help out people like that. You know, that are being like, because I can see the things. You know, I've seen some of the videos, and I said, man, that's spiritually, I can see things. I said that's not a dog man; those are demons.
Yeah. And
That's what happens when you give it the power of belief. Sometimes, you know.
you know what's sad? Ouch. And you know what's sad about the whole thing? It's like when I'm in a grocery store and people walk by me and they have that garbage sulfur smell, people don't realize what is walking around us. These demonic things are everywhere
Yeah.
and
They
they're
can
loose.
manifest
They're
to look
here.
like people. They can manifest to
Yes.
look like people, whether
Yes.
it's a temporary manifestation or a full manifestation. Back in the days when angels could manifest and walk on earth, demons could do the same thing. Those fallen that they would, you know, it's more of rules and regulations nowadays. But yeah, they can take form. Uh,
Yeah.
I I remember Sister Brenda was at I was coming from Germany, and I was supposed to catch a flight off is it the JFK, and I missed my flight. So they drove me in a cab all the way to LaGuardia, right? LaGuardia Airport, and I missed that flight.
Oh,
So they said, okay, go sit down at the bench over there. We're gonna call the Holiday Inn. You're gonna stay at the Holiday Inn, and tomorrow you'll catch your flight to Texas. So I went to go sit down on this bench. There was this African American sitting right there in the bench. You know, he as soon as I sat down, he got up and started walking away from me. You know, and I'm like, man, that's kind of strange, right? and he was walking towards an alley. When he turned around and looked at me, he had red eyes. Red eyes. I'm talking about. It was nighttime. Red eyes looking at me, and he went into the darkness in the alley. This want to know that they do walk amongst us, but it's not saying that the person was a demon, but the unclean spirit could have been within them. So the reason he left because he knew that I could pray for the guy and get rid of the attachment
Right.
or get rid of it. That's why and that always happens around me, you know. And I know some people probably get tired of me saying about the demons, but you got to understand, I've been fighting spiritually against them all my life. I'm talking about unclean spirits
Yeah.
or any manifestations that they took, and I've seen. I've seen so many different manifestations. It's crazy. If
Yeah.
people only knew the some of the things that they call cryptids is are those manifestations, or some of the things that they call aliens, or the manifestations that the demons take.
Well, and you have a, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people who like will say that they're out in the woods and they're talking to Bigfoot and all this stuff, they are people that if you ask them if they're a Christian, they say, "Oh no, I don't believe in any religion." A lot of them don't believe in, so to tell them that, you know, they got to test the spirit. Here's the problem with that. If they don't really believe it deep inside, it's not going to work for them anyways. You know, I mean, they've got to believe what. Ow! And I just bit my tongue. They have to
Well,
believe what's coming out of their mouth. You know.
and there's some of them that are out there that they know exactly what they're doing because they're part of the practice of the things, and they know exactly what it is, and their mission is the opposite of what I do. The mission is to deceive people, try to recruit people to join them in what they believe and the things that they do. You know, to be part of their little, what do you call it,
Their little click, their little,
clique or cult, whatever.
yeah,
You know, and
cult.
that's what they do. And they're not going to tell the people the truth, what they're getting involved in, till it's too late.
True, true. I,
And there's a lot of people. What do you think? I got booted off a lot of Bigfoot communities
yeah. Oh, I
because I was
know.
bringing the spiritual aspect of things to it, and they know because they know that I'm right on the money. So say, hey, let's get rid of this guy because he's exposing what we practice. This is what it is. What we practice, you know, what their practice is opposite of what they practice. Well, when I pray to the heller, it's not a practice. That's not a faith. What they practice is when we talk about witchcraft, necromancy, the occult, and Satan. The people that in Spanish we call it brujeria and santanistas. Well, this what's out there.
Well, I want to tell you something funny that happened to me. So, I told you I got those I got those night vision goggle thingies,
Hmm.
and I was looking through them, and I seen this light that was moving all over the place, and I was like, "What is that?" Then I put them down, Abe, and it was a firefly.
Well, fireflies, it is a God heats them. Sure, it's something that's alive. Yeah.
And I couldn't identify it. So I was like, "Oh, it's a UFO." Now I know what it is. It's a firefly.
You're like, oh shoot, it's doing a figure eight. It's moving
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
firefly.
Yeah, I didn't have those things adjusted right. It was
Yeah,
funny.
you're right. People are going to believe what they want to believe, but
Yeah,
me, I'm just going to speak my truth. You
Yeah.
know,
And I mean, and it is good
that's
to,
all I do is speak my truth.
and
You
the
know,
thing is you're going to have people that are going to come by and hear us talking about it, and it may catch their attention and they'll stay, or they may just say, oh, that's crap and move on. Yeah, it's going to happen.
they're gonna say, beat me up, Scotty.
Yeah. I'm going to go ride the wild firefly.
What is this? What is it called? Uh, Donald Trump's space farce. Beat
Oh,
me up, Scotty.
yeah.
Beat me up. Beat me up, Donald.
Did you
Space
see
farce.
did you see the thing where he was doing one of those little tour things and they had an AI um an AI thing, and he was talking and asking Teddy Roosevelt questions, and it was answering his questions from him. And then when he went and did a damn uh thing for the press, he said, yeah, just got done talking to Teddy Roosevelt. And I'm like, oh God, now. And you wonder why people think you're crazy and have lost your mind. Okay. He was talking one of those simulated AI things. Like, man, between that and people having AI boyfriends and AI
Yeah,
girlfriends, it's
this. I'm telling you,
ridiculous.
a lot of AI. I call it AI crap. You know, that's all there is.
Yeah.
You could tell, like, if you look through Facebook, fake profiles are AI. There's videos of
Yep.
people supposedly athletes, and you could tell it's AI generated. You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And
Right.
and then you got catfish going on.
Yeah.
Pictures of a woman looking a certain way, but it's a catfish because it's filters.
Yeah. I,
How come? How come you can be yourself? For
well,
God's
and here my daughter calls me up and she was making fun of Trump because him thinking that he was talking to Teddy Roosevelt. I said, no, he knew he was talking to an AI thing. Sure, he did, Mom. Okay, whatever. She's convinced that he has complete Alzheimer's. But I told her, I said, is that really any worse than people who make those profiles to talk to fake boyfriends and girlfriends online? She goes, well, at least they won't kill you. Well, that's a good way to look at it, I guess. How can you defeat that purpose? But it's just so stupid. People are just, they're
the
getting too reliable. They're relying on AI way too much for too
and
many
then they have
things.
fake deaths, fake fake catastrophic things happening
Yeah.
just to get money. They make
Yep.
it look a lot worse than what it really is, just
That's right.
to get the money. They're easily to put a GoFundMe up so you can send the money, and it's AI generated. You know, gotta wake up, people.
Yeah, I know. It is actually very sad.
Sister Rain says, I don't have any pictures with filters. Hell, I should try it. LMAO.
I know, right? Maybe I need one. Like I feel that way some days when I
You
get
see it?
up.
I mean, it's like, well, how come you just can't be yourself? Why do you have to put a filter? You know.
Yeah.
Then they go the guy goes on a date, blind date or whatever. I said, oh man, she's hot. And then when he sees her in real life, like, oh shit, who the hell? We're like, I just
Who
got
is
catfish.
that? Who is that? Oh my
We're like,
god.
I think I got the wrong address. And I'll be like, oh no, you don't. Catfish.
Oh,
I wonder how many people have been catfish like that before.
catfish?
Many, right?
Well, I've never, I don't know. I'm really finicky online. I mean, I don't talk to a whole lot of people because
There's a question for you, Sister Brenda.
what?
It says, do you have any paranormal experiences while you were a police officer?
I've had them all of my life. Who asked that?
Alan
Yeah.
Carrigan.
Alan, I have been able to see, hear, and communicate with spirits since I was 5. Um, I've seen a lot of things in different ways sometimes. Um, I can tell if I am with somebody, around somebody, I can feel their energy if they're a bad energy person. And all I see with them is just darkness. So, yeah, I mean, I've had my share of different things. I had a homeless guy that I swear he turned into a demon right in front of me. So, you know,
I'll be right back, Sister Brenda.
yeah,
Go ahead. I gotta do something here.
okay. It's just you and me, guys. Hey, Alan, don't forget the show tomorrow, by the way. Um, we're going to start 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern. We have quite a few of the old crew of the Misfits coming up, and it's going to be a fun show tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to have a blast. One of the guys that's coming up, Alan, he's a ventriloquist, and he has a dummy called Shelton who really likes to talk to me. So it's going to be fun. Hopefully, we're doing, and if anybody doesn't know, tomorrow on the Sports Cat Show, we're doing a 4th of July show. We're not going to cover a whole lot of stuff. We're just going to do stuff that we're going to laugh at. So, but yeah, Alan, I mean, I experienced things when I was younger that no kid should ever experience. So, I mean, it happens. I'm not afraid of things. I've been so used to seeing them and dealing with them all of my life and getting rid of things that don't need to be in my house or anything else. So doesn't really bother me. Um, who is that? Hi, Rain. I didn't see you pop in there.
Yeah, I was checking out my AC because I hear like water dripping. I seen a little bit of water, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Is it the
But it's
condensation,
been a hot
maybe?
day today, so
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been as hot here. Michigan, it was like 100 and something. And then plus you add their humidity in with it, and it's been really hot all over the place, but it's been cooler here than it has been in other places. Usually we're burning up like we live on Hell's Corner. So yeah. Mm-mm. But yeah, I know, and here's the thing, Abe. You know what you're here for. Okay? You know what the Father relies on you for, and that is to tell people the truth. But you are going to get those people that are going to argue with you because the experience they had was different than yours. You can tell them, hey, test that spirit. And they're going to be like, what spirit? A lot of them. Because I noticed that a lot of people, now, not all of them, but a lot of people in Bigfoot communities, they're non religion at all. I mean, they just,
they just believe in Bigfoot.
yeah, pretty much. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Alan, what time is it in Ireland right now? Alan
He's
is
from
in Ireland.
he's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been
he's, he,
coming over and watching that day show that Glenn and I do now.
oh, nice.
Yeah. Hi, Deval.
He's got the he's Irish.
Yeah. I'm Irish, German, and Portuguese, so woohoo. I'm a hothead. Oh my goodness.
You
That,
know, one of the things that I was talking about with my bro. You know, I was like, how many people we had here in the show that they say that they've either seen a UFO and aliens, but then they forget to mention that they were high on mushrooms or they were doing drugs. In which
that's
I've
true.
had many like that come on here on the show.
Yeah.
They tell me their experience. It's, oh, by the way, I was high on mushrooms. Oh, by the way, I was
Well,
smoking weed all day.
honestly, the thing of it is though, the the weed, it's not much. Weed isn't much of a hallucinant drug now. Shrooms, uh, LSD, stuff like that. Oh yeah, they're gonna make you see things you have no idea what you're looking at.
And some of the stuff is laced like that. Some of the
Yeah,
weed is like
that's
that,
true. That's true. But a lot of
especially
people,
here in Texas. I mean,
yeah,
you know, how many people died because it was being laced with what was it called?
fentanyl.
Uh, the fentanyl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. How you doing, Alexander?
Doing good.
Hi,
Here,
Alexander.
blessings. Brenda,
Yes. How are
yeah,
you?
doing good. Yeah,
Good.
yes,
Good.
yes.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
a lot of
Alan.
people have died because of that, of the fentanyl being laced in the drugs or putting it like in Jello shots. You know,
Yeah. Well, they're
it's
putting them
crazy.
in kids' toys now.
Toys also.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is coming from?
Mexico
China. China.
China and
and Mexico,
Mexico.
but
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Mexico,
where is Mexico getting it from?
Mexico gets it from China.
China.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
Never's Angel says, I have smoked some crazy weed. I have never hallucinated. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I've smoked weed my whole life, half of my life since I was 19. I never hallucinated.
Yeah.
Only way I hallucinate is when I took magic mushroom or truffles or LSD.
Yeah. And
That's,
and I mean, I'll tell you, people who smoke weed, they're very non-confrontational for the most part, because weed is one of those things where it just kind of relaxes you.
yes.
And
But
and
they do get confrontational when they don't have it in their system, when they're having withdrawals. If
It's
they don't
depending on
have
the
it,
person. It's
they
depending
get
on the person.
they need it, you know, and they
yeah,
get
it
antsy.
depends on the person. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother smoked weed all his life. I swear he's a walking pot plant. But if he's out, he's out. He doesn't have those. But
Guilty. Uh, I smoke a lot too. Like your
yeah,
brother.
I mean, as long as I've known people that have done LSD that have done so much that they went on a trip and never came home and ended up in asylums because they could do nothing but stand in a corner and go,
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's bad shit.
Yeah, it can go. That's why when you do those type of things, any psychedelic, it's good that you make sure that you're with people that you trust, not
Yeah.
negative people. Put your phone out so you don't get caught, and have a good music in the background, meditative music, and be
Yeah.
in nature. Don't do it at night.
Yeah,
And if you do all of those things, you're gonna have a good experience. I always had a good experience.
I
I
had
never
seen
had bad
a
experience.
video of a girl that was out on a date, and the guy put something in her drink, and she's not normal no more
Yeah.
But
because
that's
he
different. That's
put
day
in her
trip drug. That's
what he
something different.
put in her drink. You know,
Yeah, that's something different. That's not
no, but
hallucination.
I've seen people also that are not there anymore by the drugs. Also, they're
Yeah, but
not.
that's something different. Or in Colombia, you have
It
the
affects their
one that
brain a
they call
certain way.
no. In Colombia also you have one they call the devil's breath that they like blast it in your
In your
face.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you forget, you lost conscious. They can tell you things to do and you will do it and you will have no recollection of it.
Yep.
And that's a plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one you're talking about that they knock them out, that is another. That's called the date rape drug. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. I've been spiked with one of those one time in my life. And I'll tell you what, I don't even know what happened. I know that I was sitting outside the club in a puddle of water in the pouring rain, and they dragged me inside. And apparently, there was a guy that kept trying to tell the people that worked there that he was going to give me a ride home, but I knew all the people that worked there. I had a roommate was one of the bouncers, and they were like, "No, we don't know you. You're not taking her anywhere." And I woke up the next day, ran into the door jam. I was so still messed up. And I had one drink that night and didn't even finish it. It was half. And they ended up taking me to the hospital, and that's what they found out, that I had high levels of that in my drink or
Of
in my
what?
system.
That's it.
Whatever was made of that date rape drug is what they called it.
Oh yeah, I forgot what it's CD. Some I forgot the initial of it, the chemical
Yeah,
ingredient of it.
yeah. Because when they
Um,
told me, I was like, what is that?
You're lucky you're not smoking the weed from Mexico, Alexander. At one point in time, the weed that were that's coming from the through the borders was it had a certain kind of pesticide in it, and the people that were smoking it, they were losing their skin from their face and everything. Like they're
oh,
looking like zombies because the certain pesticide that they used on the marijuana plant. Yeah, it was making people lose chunks of meat off their face and stuff. The, the 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 weed itself, because of the chemical, the pesticide. So you're
oh.
lucky you don't smoking the weed from Mexico, man.
I smoke a lot of weed from all over the world. I smoke different weed from Venezuela, Jamaica,
When you get it mellowed
America,
in?
Canada, the Netherlands, Thailand. The Thailand is shit weed. And you have some from Venezuela also shit. But yeah, I smoked a lot of it.
How do
But it's only
you
Mother Nature. It's Mother Nature.
how do you
It's,
get it from everywhere?
Aruba is like a hub. It's a drug hub. Right? Put it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like 70% of the Aruba is tourism country island, and 70% of Aruba income is tourism, and about 70 to 80% of the tourism is
It's true.
Americans. Americans. They love coming here. And I don't go out much, but one time I went out with my cousin, I saw like a lot of Americans come to Aruba to like go all out and do different type of drugs there. So there's like a black market there by the hotel of they love doing coke and shit. I never done coke, never gonna do that. I see how they make it. It's fully chemical shit. So now I stay with natural, mother Gaia nature. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do anything, you may as well do the natural stuff.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
never done it. I've never.
Oh
I,
yeah, that is what is called Nava Angel. Nava Angel is GHB. GHB.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep, man. I live in the hub.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
No, not me. I was talking about you. You
Oh,
live in the hub. I live in the ghetto.
I don't live in the ghetto. The neighborhood I live is very good. But you have ghetto neighborhoods here, but I live in a very good neighborhood.
I was looking
Yeah.
at places one time to go visit, and Aruba came across, and I thought, huh. So it was a toss up between Aruba and Jamaica. Well, Jamaicans like fat white women, and I thought, oh, that'd be a neat place to go.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. That's not a lie.
That's funny. I know, right? It's not a lie.
Well, well, one will marry you for sure there to get the green card. Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
I was married to one that was Jamaican one time, but
Oh, really?
he was
Damn.
legal. Yeah, he
Oh,
was legal here.
You
He
made them legal.
was crazy. No, I didn't. He was already legal.
damn. Damn. Okay. Brandon got down. All right.
But no, I didn't. I was married. That doesn't happen when you're married.
La, 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 la.
It's different when you're married. It's on an occasional clock.
Yeah, I never been to Jamaica, but this I heard it's nice. It's very nice there. It's different than here. There's more trees, mountain, a
Yeah.
river. We don't have a river here. It's dry, very dry here. So no, Jamaica is beautiful.
Don't they have the voodoo people in Jamaica though?
No,
Yeah.
that's more in Haiti, Santo
Haiti.
Domingo. That's the hub of it. Is Haiti.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Haitians.
yeah, the Haitians. They with the black cats. They eat cats too. What Trump says about eating cats and dogs, that people saw him for crazy. That is true. They have a market in Haiti where they sell cats for eating and for ritual. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, they do that in Haiti.
They do
That's why
that
the island is fucked up.
they do that in China too. The markets
Yeah,
that
in
sell
China.
dogs and cats.
But the difference is in China, they don't use it for ritual, for voodoo ritual.
Oh, they eat it.
Yeah, they eat. But in Haiti,
They
they
eat
eat it,
bats,
or
scorpion.
they use it for ritual. Yeah.
Mm.
Let me see. Oh yeah, the philosopher from Dixie. Yeah, in India has a deep history with cannabis. I'm using cannabis. Also, China. I one time I had to do a history report on it, and yeah, I saw that China has hemp and cannabis history
Heroin.
goes back a
Isn't
few
it?
thousands of
They
years.
would do a lot of heroin in China.
Yeah, now with
Yeah.
the poppy plants from Afghanistan that they turn into heroin, but they have a deep history with cannabis and hemp, China and India.
So how old were your sister Brenda when you went uh to Jamaica?
No, I didn't go. I was looking to go, but
Oh,
things happened. My leg came off. I couldn't go anywhere.
dang it.
But the
I
Jamaica, the people there are very spiritual in Jamaica, no?
Yeah.
They know about the mermaids. They call it the river mermaids, or there's one bridge you have to be careful. The mermaid, the villagers there know in the area know the mermaids stay there, live there, and they would take you underground. A lot of people went missing there.
Opium. Yeah, that's it. It was opium.
Opium. Yeah.
Opium, well, yeah, it comes from poppy plants. The poppy plants.
I used to have when I lived in Tennessee, I used to be a general manager of a food restaurant, and I had a couple guys there that were from Jamaica that worked for me, and they were great. And they worked really, really hard. They were real good workers. Um, but they were so funny. Every morning when I would come in, they would bow to me, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Knock it off!" But yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, Jamaicans are hard workers, you know. We have a lot of Jamaicans in Aruba because the economy here is better than Jamaica. And you have a lot of Jamaicans here. You have a lot of Haitians here too, actually, last. But they good, no problem with them.
Well, that's
Um,
good.
yeah, no problem.
Well, how come you got all the good people and we got all the people that don't want to work and they want to live off the government?
Well, that's the thing. If you come to Aruba, you have to work. There's no government assistance here, like in Europe. So there's no option. Yeah, and you don't get much help from the
Ah,
government. So you have to work. Yeah.
hmm.
The Germans used to use a lot of hashish because
Hashish.
they didn't have marijuana, so they would smoke a lot of hashish.
Mm,
Wow.
hashish. It's from Morocco. Oh. Yeah,
That
you
was
have some Moroccan hash.
a nasty smell.
Yeah.
The reason I knew it, I smelled it because I would see the people smoking them at the park when I'd be going to the club, cutting through the
smells
park.
smells kind of like horse shit, don't it?
Hell yeah, nasty, nasty
You,
smell.
you know,
They're like a circle passing it around the hashish. It smelled like she said like nasty like horse shit.
horse I don't know. The some smell nice depending how they make it. I don't know. Well, yeah. There's a lot of people that smoke weed that you don't know, no? The fastest guy on the planet on land and the fastest guy in water, which is Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt, both smoke weed. And there's another guy you wouldn't know that smoke weed, but information came out of his close friends that he smoked a lot of weed. And in at party he gave out joints to people. Uh, you know who I'm talking about?
Uh-uh.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
Bruce.
wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt that.
And you know what he called weed? Holy
But
stuff. Holy
holy
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Holy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes people laugh. It makes people happy. I know why people who have PTSD will smoke weed because it really does calm nerves. It calms anxiety for most people. You still have those certain individuals that when they smoke it, they freak out because they're high. But it is something, especially if it's not laced with anything and it's normal.
Oh yeah.
You know, people are naturally happier and fun loving when they're high, you know? But those other drugs, man, ooh,
Dangerous.
bad. Yes, very dangerous.
I'm I'm planning this year to take ayahuasca. That's that's called the vine of the soul, ayahuasca, and that is a trip
Ayahuasca.
about 9 to 10 hours out of
What
body and all that.
and what exactly, what type of drug is ayahuasca?
It's a
Ayahuasca.
plant. It's a two plants that they combined because the forest spirits told the shaman to use those two plants because if you use one of it, it's not gonna pass through your stomach acid. So you have to combine them both, and then you will get the effect of it. It's sometimes is you can compare it like the peyote, but the peyote is ingredient is masculine. It's more like the yopo, but not a lot of people in North America know about the plant yopo. So it's more like the San Pedro, which is a cactus, same as peyote is also a cactus, but
Right.
San Pedro is main ingredient is DMT, same as ayahuasca. And you have that also in Africa. You have a plant that is the most powerful one, but I don't think I'm gonna need to take that one. That is more for addiction. What Trump just signed executive order to do research on it, and that's something big because that plant will take down a lot of all of the pharmaceutical industry and also rehab centers because this plant, if you have like a heart addiction on heroin for example, this plant will let you see your wrongdoings for 24 hours and they have tested it on people and people that goes through that ceremony with how I say it, ibogaine. It's called the ibogaine plant of Africa, ibogaine or iboga, have stopped with their addiction after few sessions with that plant. Directly stop. They have like a 90%, 90 to 95% successful rate with that plant.
Oh
So it's
wow.
high. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is America. Do you honestly think they would let something be used in America that the pharmaceutical companies did not make money off of that actually cured people?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Nope. You know,
But
Abe, let me ask you something. Let me ask you guys something. So, can you imagine back in the day of cowboys and Indians? Okay. Can you imagine who was the first person that thought about picking apart a cactus to smoke peyote?
It was a
Who?
native
Well, I
people.
know, but why would you think about smoking a cactus?
It was more like acid
Huh?
to make the is that's what it is. Some of the cactus peyote
They
cactus
used
is
it
acid.
to enlighten their spiritual openings.
Mm-hmm.
connection with the spirit realm and the
Yeah,
I think the forest spirits told the shaman which plants to use. That's what happened with the native tribes of Brazil.
huh?
They were told by the forest spirits which plants to combine.
You all right, Abe?
Yeah, I'm good.
Your allergies still bugging you?
Yeah, I've been having them still. So I started a late life tonight. You know,
Yeah,
was it
I've been passing out early, and
makes me
you know,
feel like lightheaded sometimes. You know.
for the last 2 nights, I've been getting 8.5 hours sleep. I've been passing out early and sleeping till about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it's been kind of great.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do with myself. So, but yeah, I've been just, I hurt myself in bed the other night. I forgot to put up the head of my bed to elevate, and I laid completely flat on my back all night. Man, I woke up, my back felt like I got hit by a train.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. I had to do my show that day, and I turned around and just, I left the camera off and I laid my chair back, and I did it laid back all the whole 2 hours.
How you doing, casual conversation?
Oh,
Yeah, man. I guess I'm a Mister Straight Edge kind of guy, but really didn't mess with none of that, any drugs or
well,
anything.
I
I was
did when I
is it
was younger.
I was too busy working. I had to work. You know.
Yeah.
So I was working two jobs I've been working all my life since I was like around 7 and 8 years old. I was do little jobs, you know, like
Yeah.
whether work in the fields during the summers. Then when I would you know go back to school, I work on the weekends or during the week, cutting grass, trimming trees.
Did
But
you
yeah, that's one of
ever?
the reasons that I think you know I never try to experiment. I think one time one of my friends tried to get me to smoke something, and man, that weed, uh, just the smell of him smoking it messed up my eyes. Like gave me a allergies real bad, you know. So it's like screw that, you know. I need to have none of that stuff in my system.
Well,
Yeah.
we have cannabinoids in our brain, no? We have receptors for it. We are made for it, but not all people can handle it.
It's not that you can handle it. It's just
Yes.
to me that's a spiritual opening. Uh,
Well, it's
that's
depending your state of mind.
I've seen people get attacked or they were in the influence of something.
Wait, well, that's depending on where they stand on their energy because it just amplify what is inside. If you're a paranoid person or you're not insecurity, when you smoke, it's gonna just amplify it. You know.
I'm just saying that I've seen it. I've seen how people got attacked. I knew some brothers. I share a story with you. They were my good friends. They knew what happened in my family and stuff. And one of the older brothers, he had already graduated high school. And it was three brothers. It was, well, I'm not going to say their names, but it was three of them. And that's what they were involved in, I guess you could say.
What's weed?
Weed, cocaine,
Why you
close
see that's
border.
different. That's
No, no,
different
no.
because
But I'm
when
saying
you do
weed.
cocaine,
No, no. But
cocaine
I'm saying they
open
have
you
weed
up.
and everything
Not
else.
weed.
When it comes down to
It's a
the
plant.
border, living near the border, that's all there is there, right? So I think they were smoking weed this day. They were smoking weed, and as they were smoking weed, I seen one of they were saying there's something wrong with one of the brothers. So you say he's over there in the shed. There's something wrong with him. So when I went over there to look at him, you could literally tell that he's like possessed, and
Possessed.
he's possessed,
Yeah.
and he's talking a different language and all this. And I start praying. I start praying and praying. Trying to get rid of. I'm telling the unclean spirit to leave him alone and all this, and then it leaves. It leaves his body and he's normal. He's not acting like he was acting. So I helped him out that day, and then like the following week, they were somewhere partying, smoking weed, and the same thing happened. The
Uh-oh. Oh, there you
uh,
are.
See, they don't want me to talk about this, but we're going to still talk about it.
Right?
They were somewhere else, and the same thing. They were smoking weed, and something happened to him again, and he started fighting with one of the brothers. Then his brother, something happened to him, and then he started fighting with the other brother. So the unclean spirit was jumping from brother to brother, and they all got beat up amongst each other, brother to brothers, and they're real tight brothers, real brothers, and the unclean spirit took advantage of them while they were smoking weed.
Okay, a question. Um, gonna dissect this because a lot of things doesn't make sense or add up. Those two brothers did coke? Did they did coke?
No, not at that. They
Not
were
at that
smoking weed.
time, but they were
They were
doing
smoking weed.
coke. They
That's what
they
they were
do
smoking.
coke, but they
Because
do coke. They not at
uh,
that time, but they do coke.
not that I noticed at that time. I
No,
know
but not
as
at
the
that
years went
time.
by,
No,
as
but
a
not.
as when we were teenagers, I never seen them doing anything like that. Any kind of coke or nothing like that. The only thing I would see them is smoke weed. That's what they would do
Do
because
they
you can see
drink alcohol?
smoke and sell.
Do they drink alcohol?
Uh, no, not really. There were like what do you call those people that just smoke?
With pothead,
Stoners.
What was
pothead,
that?
stoners, pothead or
Potheads. They were like
stoners.
stoners. That's what they were, stoners.
Yeah.
So,
So
but I
if
thought
you
you
go
said
cruising with
they.
them,
But I
most
thought you
likely
said they do coke too.
they were just
Probably on
no. I'm
occasion.
saying later on when they started doing other things, But I'm saying that at that time when we were teenagers, they were kind of like stoners. They were just they're what is it called when you leave the windows up and you're smoking in there? You're smoking the weed and you're cruising.
Chilling,
What do you
blazing.
call it? It was like a hot box,
Oh,
where
hot box is when you're in a closed environment and you're smoking.
well
And
they're cruising in the vehicle in a hot box because
Oh yeah,
They got all the windows closed, and
yeah.
well,
That's
that's what
that's
they
what
would
I
do.
know.
You
I
know,
do
they were
that a lot.
strong. So,
But okay, but it seems like those people or friends of yours were more than not only smoking weed, they were doing other stuff, maybe not around you, that would open you up, and for things to get attached to you. Because my close friends that I smoke with, all of them smoke weed, none of them do coke, and most of them don't even drink either, and none of them had like a weird experience like that. Only one friend that I know was paranoid from always worrying with police because it's still illegal here. When he smoke, he get high, he get more extra paranoid, keep looking around for cops and shit like that. But it just amplify, like I said, what's inside of you. But for that to happen with takeover, the brothers fighting with each other, they have to do more than just smoking weed.
no, it was
Weed was
definitely
laced
it was
with angel
definitely.
dust. You have also that which is laced with angel dust, which is cocoa crack.
I don't know, man. All I know, he was looked like he was demonized. The way his eyes looked and everything, you know. And
Yeah, because
as soon as
you were on something else.
I told the unclean spirit to leave him alone, you know, I prayed against it. He
No
became normal.
wheat. No wheat is gonna let you go
I'm
like
saying
that.
I'm saying he became normal. He was normal. He don't even know what happened.
Yeah, that
That's what
means
I'm
he
trying
was
to say.
possessed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he don't remember what happened. And then he was back to normal. He wasn't like high or nothing. He was just back to him to his regular self.
Well, yeah, wheat affect people differently, you know. I know a island guy in the Netherlands. When we smoke weed, I always get chill, relax. He get energy, start cleaning the house. I didn't understand that.
Wow. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't understand that either. I mean, most people that I know that used to sit around and smoke weed, the most energetic they would get was to pick up the remote on a gaming system and play a game.
Yes, I know a lot of people that does gamers. I'm self not a gamer. I don't have time for that. But all my friends they smoke and play games. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed they would get the munchies a lot. Some of them.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's why wheat is also used for people that have anorexia. They have problem eating because they think they're fat and they don't eat.
Cancer.
Yeah, and when they smoke wheat, it force you to eat. So yeah, wheat has a lot of beneficial things with it, no? Not one. And also has been proven at a university in Spain that the THC specifically attack the cancer cell. Yes.
Well, a
There's
lot of
no,
people that get chemo, they'll smoke a little weed so that they'll be able to handle eating something and holding it down.
yeah. They use it
So,
also for pain, but not the way I do it or
yeah.
smoke it. They use it in a vape that you get the pure THC in a vape box, a
Right.
volcano. It's called the volcano vaporizer. I smoke
So,
that
so,
too.
so I got a question for you. If somebody's in the influence of something, and they're supposed to be like an elder of some sort, and they're high on some shit, peyote or whatever, and they're giving you some spiritual advice because of something that they've seen, because they're high, should you take that to heart, or you're like, oh, he was just talking about the high?
I would
Well,
think it,
sorry, go ahead.
I would think it would depend on who they were. Like if it was an elder person from like a native tribe, I would think so because they've been there for so long, they would know what they were talking about, whether they were straight or they were smoking. But some kid on the street, I wouldn't take advice from them. I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, that's random. But if the person is high and he starts talking about things about you that you haven't told him or her, and yeah, then it's I don't think it would be something extreme. Well, depending where you are in state of mind, but I would think it's a message from the spirit realm or your higher self
But
that
wouldn't that
he's
be considered kind of like a Ouija board,
Ouija
or
board.
like a Ouija board or fortune telling in a sense of a
What?
way,
What fortune telling? Which I
Well,
those are two
because
different
they're
things.
opening up to the spirit realm.
Yeah, the
Wouldn't it
Ouija
be
board
considered
is
the same?
different. No, the Ouija board is different. I've played with Ouija board when I was
No, I'm
little. I
saying
didn't.
it's still making contact supposedly with the spirit realm, and
Um,
you and sometimes you don't know if it's a real spirit or it's a unclean spirit that's pretending to be a spirit.
well, that's the thing. Psychic people or people that are very sensitive to energy, they will pick it up if it's a evil, negative energy or it's a positive because energy doesn't lie. You know, you can read. If you can read energy, you can read right through it. Um, so yeah, it's depending
Sister
on the
Brenda's
person.
falling asleep on us. You're
Sorry.
tired, ain't
no,
you,
I
sister?
was looking up here at this thing. I am getting sleepy. My pills are starting to kick in, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off here and go in the chat. That way, if at least if I fall asleep, I'm not going to hit my face on the desk.
Ah,
Yeah, I
love.
might just go 2 hours tonight.
She's down.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to be careful, with what you're opening up to, because you know I don't think you have to go to anybody for any kind of answers. I think the answers, I mean, but there are some people that don't believe in Jesus Christ, so they're not gonna know how to communicate with them, to
Right,
guide them
right.
through shit.
Yeah, that's that's the point. A lot of them they don't believe, so they believe in what they see or hear with their own senses more than they do something that they can't see. And people don't realize, the Father is what wakes you up every day, you know? So they don't believe in stuff. All right, I'm going in the chat, Abe.
All right, Sister Brenda.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Take care, Brenda. True. Yeah, no to Ouija boards. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. That you got to be careful when you or anybody that's opening up to any kind of spirits, because you know what you're really making contact with. What
yeah,
it could
it's depending. You have to make sure who you making contact with to start with.
And,
Like,
and I think it doesn't even matter who it is that's doing it. They said that they practice it or they do this, an opening is an opening, and if you're opening up to that, then yeah, something can attach itself to you while they're doing a session with you, right? I think that's what it's called, like a session. Things can happen
yes,
because you're there with them, you're making contact with them, and you're being part of the of what they're trying to do, and yeah, you leave an opening to yourself. That
that's why you have to know who you're doing with for the shaman, or the medicine woman or medicine man. But I know already the one I'm gonna go to in Peru has more than 20 years experience with ayahuasca ceremony. I'm being called to go there, so I have to go. So this year I'm gonna go there. I want to also try the peyote ceremony. I want to do it with the Hopi tribe in.
here's Sister Never's Angel says the Bible tells us not to speak to the dead.
Really? Well, are they really dead? They're not just. They're not in our reality anymore. They're just in another reality. So I don't think they're dead. They left their human body, but their spirit is infinite.
I'll tell you what, you got to be careful because the unclean spirits or the DDN, they can pretend to be the dead or your loved ones. They can mimic their voices and they try and deceive you. You know,
Yes, and you know,
I,
I know about that. I know all about that. I know there's some of the reptilians, which you would be considered demons, can also
demons.
come in and mimic voices, the reptilians. And I'm talking about the archons. Well, you have also the archons. They call them spiritual parasite. I know if you
Yeah,
heard
all you
about
got to do is you put it to the spiritual test, and you're going to find out that they're demons. You type on a rebuke of Jesus Christ's name, and they're going to flee.
oh yeah, and
But
it
that's what they do. You
this
know, and the coincidence of that the reptilians, the Bigfoots, and the Dolmens that they can mimic voices of children and women to lure you in is because that's the same thing that demons do. So what really are they? Or they're in the I believe in the same category as demons. It's just different manifestations that they take. You know,
well that's the
so people
thing.
can, so people can believe in them.
Well, that's the thing. The as the Native American says, the white man is new to this realm of planet with let's say paranormal. They are not really on know about it because the native of Oregon, for example, they call it Itzteyehe. That's what they call Bigfoot. That's the name for Bigfoot. Itzteyehe. And they say is they're the guardians of the forest. And they've been here. They call it hairy man. Oh, yeah, hairy man is the other name for them. Hairy man, big man. But the modern term is Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But it's called Itzteyehe. That's what the name. And some of them say that there are spirits and they have hear them. And there are other tribes see them that they're wild men. They call them also wild men, and they're the guardians of the forest. So they're fully aware of them. And it correlates with the Aboriginal. They say the same, the Aboriginal from Australia. There they call them Yowie. They're all over the planet. But the natives know about them. It's not something new. They've been here a long time. Yes, Alan, some of them are good. Some entities are good, yes. It's the same with humans. You have some humans that are bad and some are good. Same with the ETs, extraterrestrial. Some are good, some are bad. And one way, for example, if you're getting messages or somewhere and you want to know if it's truth, a voice message, for example, or you do a recording and somebody is spirit realm sending you a message, you have it on the recording. The way that you can know if it's genuine is to reverse it, reverse speech, that you can decode it, reverse speech. If it's saying the same thing is legit. If it's a reptilian or demon, you will hear them when you do the reverse. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. Hmm. Samuel, King Saul spoke with the supernatural entity that he believed was the dead prophet Samuel. It was not. Okay. Yeah, believe is one thing, knowing is other. And by knowing is to look through it, to read the energy. because energy doesn't lie. You cannot cover energy. You can try. We have different perspective on things. I tell you, in 4 years, we're gonna be having alien contact. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
I don't know, brother.
In less than 2 years, next year is gonna be the world is gonna get enlightened next year. That I know for sure. The numbers doesn't lie. I follow numbers. Yeah, they say like astrology, numerology is demonic, but it's for us not to use it. They use it. And didn't the three wise men follow a star to find Jesus? So astrology is not bad. They use a star to navigate to Jesus. Everything is made out of God, from God, the stars. So how can it be bad to study the stars? Yeah, no, I know that Nevea, angel. Yes, the devil is a liar and demons are liars as well. Yeah, that's why you have to read the energy. If you have your third eye open, you will see right through it. They cannot lie to you then. They can try, but they're not gonna get far. Discernment is key. Uh-huh. I refused to room with a dude at this outpatient facility because dude had a Ouija board on the table. I was like, heck no, I'm not staying here. Huh? Yeah, I would understand that when you too. I played Ouija board accidentally when I was, I think, 11, 12. They had it in a park. I saw children. They were all 11, 12, my age during that time. And I went and I played with it too. I joined them, and we were asking question, and the thing started moving, and I was like, I'm not moving it, and the other kids were like, we're not moving it either, and it was moving around, and then they keep asking question, and the thing keep moving, and I wasn't moving it, nobody moving it. So yeah, I said, okay, this shit is real. But afterwards, we didn't. I just fuck that. I just broke out of it, and I let them continue playing. And yeah, I didn't continue with it. But that was sufficient for me to see. Okay, there's something here. And the shit thing about it, you can buy the Ouija board demon game at a toy store for children. Yeah. So you're bringing that in your house, children playing it, open portals in your house, and yeah, not good. Yes, Alan, you are right. Aliens are living already among us. You have the reptilians, that some of them are covered, look humans, and you have other ones that look humans, but they're not humans. They're not from here. You had one that worked with the U.S. government in the 60s, 70s. Valiant Thor. I think he was from Jupiter. He's very intelligent. He doesn't age. He doesn't age. He looks 30. I think he still does. Valiant Thor. Look him up. It was it was knowledge we should have never known about astrology. The fallen told us about it. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, I saw a pattern. As I see a pattern with the numbers, with each number has a certain energy to it, and it correlates with the people that I saw interview of that had near-death experience. That when they went to other side, they get like their life review, and a lot of them come back um, and tell what they experience, and it correlates with numerology. For example, that we chose our life, we chose our path before we were born, we chose our name, we chose our parents for spiritual growth, for particular experience or lessons that we need to overcome on this planet right now. So it correlates. And with the astrology, as I read numbers, astrologers read planet, and it's just energy. Every planet has a certain energy to it. So yeah, it's nothing bad about it. It's just energy. You're reading energy. And based on that, you can know what's to come. Yeah. And I saw the Vedic astrology goes about, it's very old, more than 3,000 years. I know the Egyptians also use numerology. Mm, India also. So yeah, they say to us it's bad, but use it. But they use it for negative stuff. I put it that way. All can be used for positive. Even the harp machine, the weather control machine can be used for good, you know, but they use it for bad. It's just a tool. Everything is a tool. It's how you use it. That's define it. It's how you use it.
Yeah, you don't have to. If you have a relationship with the Heavenly Father, you don't have to look into the numbers or don't have to do that because they show
Well,
you
that's the
for
thing. I,
he'll
I
show
understand.
you. I don't think honestly, I won't be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Uh, this alien stuff, if they do come out, it's not because they're aliens. When they come out, it's because they're all going to come in numbers, and they're going to be represent. They're going to be coming in numbers because of the people that believe in certain things. When they come out, they're going to come out as part of the DDN because that's what they are. That's what they represent.
You think
Disembodied
all
demonic
aliens
entities.
are DDN?
And that's what they're gonna show themselves to the people that believe in them, and whatever they believe in is gonna come to fruition. That's what's gonna happen. And if you got an opening of belief, then it has an opening to do whatever it wants with you because you're believing in it. That's why I tell people, don't give it the power of belief because that's what it's going to use to come at you, to attack your vessel. You got to protect your vessel. You got to protect your vessel, and that's what I speak about not giving anything power of belief, especially when it comes up to anything like that. You hear the stories. I call it creepy pasta, clickbait, where people say something because they want people to believe in Bigfoots and aliens and this and that. But the real picture is what they truly are. And how do you know that? You put it to the spiritual test. But you got to have true faith to believe in Jesus Christ in order for it to work. Put whatever you're witnessing, type on the brick in the name of Jesus Christ to see what happens. It can pretend to be your friend. But if you tie binary beacon in the name of Jesus Christ and it flees, then it truly was never your friend. Because if it flees, it's already letting you know what it is.
Well, that's the thing with the numbers, the angels, my guardian angels. I know if you believe in angels or guardian or archangels, they guided me to look into numbers. So I was guided by the higher realm to look into numbers, and I saw a pattern in it that correlates with this reality with numbers and with the divine plan and order. So
Here's
nothing
a
bad,
question for
negative
you.
about that. And with the aliens, have
Here's a
you
question for you.
have you looked into the school happening in Zimbabwe with the children?
Is
The
this what are
question.
your thoughts on the devils, Asuras, Rakshas, demonic human beings, riding flying chariots? I don't know what he's talking about.
I think there he's talking about the Indian from India, their mythology, you can say. Yeah, I don't know about those type of things. The Asuras, the no, I don't know about that.
You know, I know some people from India. The only thing they have is peanut farms because
Well,
they they
they
they
were
have
an
peanut farms.
advanced civilization in the past. They had flying machine called Vimanas or some shit. Vimanas. Have you heard of them? Flying machines. Yeah, Vimanas. They were an advanced
No,
civilization. I know what the fuck happened to them. But yeah, I haven't looked deep into the Vedics. Yeah, no,
the,
so I don't know.
the only flying machine that
The
Alibaba
Sanskrit.
Alibaba and the rug, the flying rug.
I know that this was called the Vimanas. Yeah, Vimanas. It was a real thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it goes far. I don't know if you heard of Tataria. Have you heard of Tataria? The civilization Tataria? No.
No.
Yeah. Yes. No. I leave it at that. But anyway, and oh yeah, have you researched about the children at the school being visited by an alien and that give them a message about Earth, and all the children went to do humanitarian work?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Here's one. Never things. Do you think Fae or demonic?
Yes and no. Some of them, what I understand.
Yeah, well,
Um,
the Fae is the offspring of. Wasn't they part Nephilim?
that I don't know. I cannot tell you.
The,
I
the
don't know.
Fae, the Fae was created. There
Maybe
were
the negative one.
the Fae or the. I guess the Fae is kind of like a because it was the harpies, right? The harpies and the sirens. But I think they fall under this kind of like the same category as kind of like a Nephilim. It's one of the beings that was out there when the Nephilim had risen was the Fae.
Okay, so yeah, what I heard of them, they're like also like guardians of the forest, the
The
good
forest,
ones,
the woods.
forest. Yeah. So, but I never seen one. So, but I've heard people talk about them, encountering them. Did saw a video once, but yeah, don't know if I can say it looked like it had the form. Some of them can come also in a orb, like orb. So yeah, I don't know much about them, but it seems like they're good and bad in them. Let me
Sister Nova's Angel said they can be very evil. The Fae, yeah. The
I heard it.
Fae, you get the Fae, and of course the heart, the pixies that can be very mischievous, and other entities. I know for a fact those dark shadow figures that come out of the woods up there in what I witnessed in Elm's Grove, pure evil, man. They're darker than the night, and they're up to no good.
Okay.
The
Let
Fae
me
or
see.
fairies, the little people. Oh no, the Fae are but yeah, there's some that are fairies, but there's some Fae that are not small. There's some Fae that are bigger. I think that they can take the manifest to look like a person.
The fairies.
Some the Fae they could manifest to look like a person. They can
Okay.
mimic your appearance. When we talk about double hangers, they can mimic your appearance
Yeah, I don't know about
to to
fairies doing that. The only being I
to
heard doing that.
lure you in deeper into the woods.
Well, exactly. The only being I heard doing that was the skinwalker. I don't know about the
No,
fairies having that ability.
the Fae does that also.
Okay. Do you know
The Fae
that?
and there's another creature from the Philippines that does the same thing.
Oh yeah,
It
Philippines has a
pretends to
lot of
be
crazy things
it
there.
pretends to be a little kid, and it lures children into the woods, deeper into the woods.
Yeah, Philippines has few mythical creatures there. I've talked with a Philippine person
You
once.
get the answag. It's kind of
Oh,
like a
yeah, ashwagana or ashwana
answag.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see. Watchmen. I had the entity experience where I had to exhale as much air as possible out of my body. Then, if I did it correct, I received spiritual grief. Oh, really? If you haven't heard of that, Ganja Shaman? No. I know about breathing technique that you can do, like yeah, breathing technique to activate your pineal gland to produce DMT. There's breathing technique that you can do that, and I imagine through that, yes, you can activate your abilities, but through breathing technique to stimulate your pineal gland to produce DMT. Maybe you have out of body experience. I think of golems like beings when little people are mentioned. Alan. Okay. Some are evil, but some are just pranksters. With the gnomes, yeah, I heard about that too. Evil and some are prankster.
Well, I got the scar on my Achilles where I got stabbed by a little spear in Elm's Grove. It was hanging. It was hanging from on my leg, off my leg. My sister like, "What's that on your ankle? You know, you're bleeding." It stuck me on my Achilles. Ashwan or vampires, aren't they a floating head? Yes, something dealing with that, like a ghoul.
Yeah, they
There's a,
have flying things there in Philippines. Oh yeah, to activate the yeah. Oh, with the breathing technique, yes. That's my next goal is to activate the Kundalini. Some people has activated, but they couldn't handle it. I put it that way. I'm in a green. They are type of thing. They call them duendes in Spanish. Oh yeah, duendes, little people. I think it was in Indonesia. There was a person on like a scramble bike in the woods, and then all of a sudden you saw a little person cross road in front of them, and the guy how do I say panicked and fell off his bike. Yeah, he
I
got
think
shit.
that's the one. They had like a little hood in a video, but I've seen some weird stuff, man. You know, it's just I don't try to believe too much of what I'm seeing. because the they try to deceive us because they're always trying to get us to believe in something because we're believing in what we're witnessing, then that's a spiritual opening. Because what we're supposed to be believing is in the Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. So if they can trick us to believe in something else, that's a spiritual opening. Kind of like the government trying to get us. First, they talk uh, about zombies, then they talk about aliens, and only God knows what else they're going to talk about. But they're always trying to get us to believe in something. Why is that? Why are they trying to get us to believe in something
Well,
that
it's
they don't
different.
even, you know?
I don't know if you heard of Nick Pope, but he was a government, I think the defense ministry of UK. He came out talking about aliens and being aliens being visited by at the government.
I think let me see if I got the picture of the possible fade that I captured. This fade I captured in Elm Grove. Let me see if I can find the picture here. How it looks.
And yeah, and with the aliens is not that I believe, is I know they exist. Not believe, I know. It's a difference. And I know Jesus is real too. And I believe in the Christ consciousness. So, and I'm being guided by the Most High. So it's all good. Let me see. And if I angel, one day we will find out all that God hid from us for a reason. Till then, we will not trust anything. Well, true, true. Keep critical mind, use discernment, but also be open-minded when new evidence, new presents itself. Yeah. These oncoming years, especially these 2, 3 years coming, a lot is going to be coming to the light. That I tell you. They are afraid of cats. Andres, well, Andres, did you feel the goblin fee you saw was evil? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I never seen a goblin or reptilian, but I know they exist. It's not that I believe in them, just I know they exist. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, and in fact, I don't think God hid it from us. I think it was hidden by the people in control of this planet. But it's like what Buddha says. There are three things can how do you say? What's the quote again of Buddha of that? There's three things cannot hold for long. Um, let me see. That so I don't butcher the quote on truth. Quote on truth. Let me see. Mm. Oh, I think it's yeah, I know. It's three things cannot be hidden for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. Yeah, that's what it was. Let me see. Buddha quote hidden truth. Yeah, three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So yeah, the truth is going to be coming out, where people are ready for it or not. I was shocked when I didn't have enough time to focus on the things and things apparently I wanted to spy on me. Huh. Oh, Ellen, you're in Ireland. That's cool. Some fake come at your home while you sleep, and some cooking, but they always clean up after them. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. It's cool. You're from Ireland. I know Ireland also have a lot of deep history there.
I think I got a picture or something up here of what seems to be possibly a fae uh, that I captured in the woods. Uh,
2278 Orion stars. I'm not gonna put somebody in my name to mean anything.
on where?
Orion stars.
Let me check.
You were not supposed to know the things that the fallen taught
Don't get
men.
my wallet on me, man.
It was knowledge that belongs to the angels.
I only
Not
got $2 on the
mm.
Rhine stores.
What about your
Don't know
name
about that.
I'm good there.
and your
I
credit?
believe what the Baghdad Gita says. God is our
That's where
eternal well-wisher and friend. I don't think he's in the business of hidden anything. True. Yeah. The things hidden on this planet is the people in control hiding it from us. Keeping us control limited on information. The whole history is shit.
Here you go. Here's
Everything.
an entity I caught in the woods that looks, I believe, might be a fae. I don't know. It had some energy on it, but I was able to capture it. Let me share it to the screen. See if I can share it. There you go.
Oh yes, ancient history in Ireland for sure.
You
I
see the
know
face, how the face looks. I'll do a close up of it.
that's a fee.
I
Yeah,
got
let's
one where
look. Let's look like a demonic creature, right, or some shit. I don't know, dark
there
shit,
you go.
weird thing. The eyes are
I
very.
lighten it up, but there's the face. Yeah,
What? His
there you
tongue
go.
is sticking out. Is he sticking his tongue out to you?
Yeah, it was right there in the wood line. As a matter of fact, I was waiting for my son because he went to a banquet and it was a church, and I was walking around the church and I felt something in the woods, and I was just making a video like I always do, like nature tour walk, and I would take the videos of the trees and stuff, of the how everything looked and stuff, and I was able to capture this whatever it is, when people talk about the fae, that's what it looks like. It looks like some kind of female or something. But yeah, it looks freaked out.
Yeah, it seems weird. The eyes are very far apart. The
Yeah,
nose, I think I see his tongue is sticking out, like he wants to kiss you.
yeah. I was catch things, man. That I want to put out there so people can see. But then I would say to myself, man, should I put it out there because maybe people can see what I'm seeing, and that's one of the things that sometimes people can't see. But for those that are spiritually in tune, like Mr. Ganja smoking the ganja, he's going to be able to see what's in the picture because he's relaxed, just feeling good. Third eye's going to open. You're going to see what's in the picture. But yeah, it was right there. Sometimes I'll be able to see like if there's movement or sometimes what they do, they'll say something. Like say something just to try to get my attention. So what I do is I just record to see if I capture anything. So when I look into the video, I say, okay, I'm gonna go to where I heard something. So I'm debugging the video, and then boom, there it is. Because I always remember where I experienced something, whether it's a growl or whether it's somebody saying something in a different language, or you know, or I sense something. I go back to those locations in the videos. I know that because I follow my spiritual instincts. My gives of discernment, and I capture them. And I say, okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and save it for when we do another show on spiritual encounters. Yeah, they look. There's another one that I have from Elms Grove that you can see the face and everything. It looks freaked out from the face, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you, man.
Yeah, that is. And where did you got that picture? Where did you? That was in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, in the woods.
So wait, you have what do you think that is? A gong? A duende? A
I
fairy?
think that there could be like a fey or a possible. I don't know, man. All I know is I didn't feel nothing good by it when I was in that area. All my hairs just stood up, so I don't know exactly what it is. What do you think it is? Just by the way it looks.
It
I
looks
think I
like
created.
a
I have a short
demonic
reel where it
creature.
was moving his face. It moves. I think let me see if I can. I
The,
wanted
the
to share
eyes are
the
too
video,
the eyes are too
but
far
let me see if I
apart.
can
Has
find
a
the
small
short reel.
nose. I see a tongue. It looks like a weasel or some shit. A demonic weasel.
The original photo is this one. So this here is like some kind of energy that it possesses.
It has
Energy,
white eyes.
yeah. But I'm saying this is energy, but the face is right here. The
Yeah.
mouth and the eyes are right here. But this is energy that it has as like energy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I see it as white eye. It's like, have you heard of the children with black eyes and white eyes? The black eyed children and the white eyed children. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Could be they're from the same realm.
Uh, I don't know. All I know is that I got out of there. I left and went to the vehicle and just sat in the vehicle, waited for my son. But I knew I had captured something.
Yeah, you captured something, all right.
Yeah. Somebody says it to show the fairy one.
You have another ferry or
Oh
another.
yeah, I have a fairy one. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's a small little fairy that I captured. Let me get it for you in Elms Grove.
Oh,
But every
hey,
time I
wait.
try to share her, man, she always hides from me.
Oh,
Like
yeah, it looked like.
she don't
Uh,
like me to. Well, as I
uh,
look for the video, sometimes I can find her, but then because she hides, so
a question, Abe. Do you have fox there in your area where you see that creature, that
there's
being?
fox. Yes, there's fox. The thing
Oh,
is that this thing wasn't on the ground. This thing was up on the trees. Whatever it was,
so you took the picture. It was above in a tree.
yeah, it was like around up high.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about fox if they can climb tree. I don't have fox in Aruba, so I'm not aware of them. There's no. Is there fox in the Netherlands? I think there is, but you don't see them as much. There's now wolves in the Netherlands. Yeah, wolf. Yeah, they're back. Ellen Marine Merlin.
Here she is, the little fairy. Let me share it with you.
Oh, okay.
That's from a creek bed.
Ah, the one on the side there. Now I see it. The one on the side.
Yeah, you see the grain of grass?
Yeah. Yeah, I see how small it is. But
Yeah.
how I say, did you what did when you saw it? Did you felt anything negative?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. What got me to there to the creek bed is I was in the woods investigate. Like I always do, go pray and stuff like that because uh, I would go to the woods and pray to fight the unclean spirits over there spiritually. And when I was there in the path of Elms Grove, I heard a little sound and it caught my attention. And it was like a little buzzing sound. And I'm looking around to see if there's any bees. There was no bees, and I could hear like something in the distance, like making this weird little sound. Like, so I start walking towards where the sound was, and as I kept on getting closer, the little sound started sounding a little bit louder. So I went up in this where the trees were, and there was an open space, and the sound was coming from the creek. So I said, "Let me go see what this was making the sound," because it sounded like at that time it sounded like somebody was singing in a sensible way, like they were singing, but they were singing at a low pitch sound of singing. So when I got to the edge of the creek, I could hear still the like something was singing very low pitch. And then that's when I took the picture. I took the picture where the sound was coming from, and that's what I captured. I couldn't visually see it because it was real small. It's as small as a grain of grass. You
But
see
was
that?
yeah, no, I see it's very small. But a question with the singing or the sound you were hearing, was it hypnotizing or you were just curious to know where it came from?
It kind of like was not that it lured me or anything like that, but I was just trying to find out what was making that sound.
Oh, you were more curious. It's not like the
Curious.
sirens, the sirens that lure
Yeah, well,
the
sometimes sirens, yeah, it sounded like, man, what is that? I wanna see what's making that sound, But
oh,
I
but
was I was
the
aware.
sirens are different because they lure the people of the boat into the ocean and then they drown. So it like hypnotized them or something.
Yeah,
But okay, this thing was singing or making. Was it singing or making us just a strange sound?
it was singing, but since it's small, it would sound like the singing it would sound very minute in your ears, but you could still hear like it's singing, but you can't hear what it's singing because it's so small.
Oh, okay, interesting. Never heard of that. But it's cool, you know. Now Alan is here in the chat. He's in the capital of the fairies, which is Ireland, where all the stories come from. But yeah, you have fairies around the world, good and bad. But what he encountered in Ireland is the good ones, I guess. Then they come in, cook, clean up, and go back. I don't know about those things. That's interesting. Have you studied the Druids history?
No,
No? Abe? No, okay. And Alan, if you're part of the Druids. What's a banshee?
I've encountered the banshee, and
What is that?
it screeched at me. It made an ugly sound. I encountered the banshee, two different locations. One location I was ghost hunting with some of my friends, and they would tell me that there was a woman about a banshee, and I was like, "There's no banshee over here," you know. And I went to a certain area by myself to investigate, and I heard some movement in the woods, and that's when I heard the banshee. It made this ugly screeching sound, like an ugly yell. Then I encountered her again, but in a different location, which is where I go investigate. And I seen her, and she made this ugly yell sound at me, and that was my cue to leave the woods. I said, "Okay, you don't want me here. I'm out of here," and I left. But I seen her. But of course, you know, when I go investigate, I'm always sprayed up, and I'm always ready to type and rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. So it stayed away from me, and that's when I left from that area.
So a banshee is a thanks, Andres. A banshee is a walking wailing woman. The wailing woman.
Yeah, the whaler.
You see, I think I'm very grateful to be born and raised in Aruba. I don't know any of these weird shit, but I do believe they exist somewhere. You know. The
They exist. Like I've seen the Llorona, the whaler.
wailer.
I've encountered her numerous times.
So the wailing woman is all over the world.
Yeah, that's one that is almost in every culture.
But
The whaler.
if you go to that
It's in
woman,
the Irish culture too.
but if you go to the woman while she's wailing, you go talk to her, what she's gonna do?
Uh,
Are they known to
the,
attack people?
the wailing woman sometimes people consider as death because in Spanish we call her la Llorona, in which the legend we have is that uh, she was dating some guy and she thought the guy was gonna marry her, but he was already married or something like that, or he left her for somebody else. But she thought she blamed her kids, so she killed her kids, drowned them. So then the God punished her. You know, she killed herself too. So God punished her to roam the earth looking for her kids. So you always find her in areas of where there's water, you know, by the creeks, by the riverbeds and stuff like that, which is called the legend of the Llorona or the legend of the Whaler. You know, she's called many names, and she's spotted all throughout the world. She goes after children that are not baptized, and she goes after men that are unfaithful. The Whaler.
Okay, never heard of that one. So the if you're not baptized and you're unfaithful, they go
Children. She goes for children that are not baptized.
ah.
Or if somebody's being unfaithful in their
And if you're
relationship,
single, if you're
she goes
single,
after, yeah, she goes after guys that are being unfaithful.
but if you're single, no problem. The.
I mean, the banshee makes this ugly. It's like a witch, a banshee witch. You know, like some people call her the banshee witch or whatever. But the banshee makes this loud sound. The Llorona is somebody that's literally crying. The banshee, when she looks at you, she'll open her mouth and make this like a sound, like she's trying to mess up your frequency when screams at you like a. It's more of a. How should I say it? Not a not a scream, but it's something like a scream. But I think she does it to see if you get scared.
Huh. Okay. Wailing woman banshee La Llorona of Lorona. Yeah, I've heard of that.
So some banshees were white too.
So most people here in the chat has encountered a wailing woman. That would be also considered crazy, right? Same as aliens. But I know more. But I've done from little already, long time, a few decades. I've done research on alien. That's why I'm confident. That's why I say I know they exist, and there's different type. But I never really go. Well, I know a bit about the spiritual realm, but specific entity, spiritual being like what you mentioned now, bank and shit. Nah, I don't know about that. Heard about the
You're
what's
gonna be
called
crying. She'll be crying. Like in the Spanish culture, she'll be crying and she'll be like, and as she gets closer, it's when it's raining outside. Then you could hear her say, if she gets really close, the wailing gets louder, and then she'll say, "Mis hijos," my children, because she's looking for her children. That's when you know it's the Llorona.
oh
I had an experience with her, me and all my brother and sisters, because she went to her house. At that time, my little sister was barely born. She was only a couple of weeks old, and I went to go grab her because I felt that the Llorona was trying to comfort her. Yeah, I've seen her.
damn. Oh yeah. Let me see. I think Andres asked for you to drop the link. If you can drop the link. Yeah, Andres.
Here we go. I'll drop the link.
Um,
Let me catch up with the comments.
I think you have a lot to catch up. The comments with first.
Duval Outdoors that scream at me, mommy. Just put it this way: a certain person that says no, mommy, no, you probably shit on himself if you were running into the Llorona. I ain't saying his name. The only thing I can say he likes corn. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
Corn.
But that guy would get scared if he were running to the Llorona. She's very spiritual real.
Hey, Abe, hey, Alexander, what's up?
How you doing, Andres?
Andres. Blessings.
Uh, I'm doing good. No, what's up? Hey, so I just wanted to mention something real quick about the whole, I like the, yeah, freaking, the lady in white from Mexican culture and the difference in the banshee. It's something Wolf actually kind of pointed out to, that he pointed out that certain entities that are kind of revealed to certain races, like Mexicans, or somebody from that descent has at least heard of La Llorona at least once in their life. It's either for a family member or a story that they were told. And I've definitely heard it from my grandmother and or some members of my family, but it was mostly as a joke. And Abe here apparently also did actually encounter it with his family. So the
Yeah, she came to us, and many people in our small town seen her numerous times near we got canals, irrigation systems that were all here by the canals. Any source of water, she would appear. Sometimes when it would be raining, you could see her during the during the rain during the day when it's raining hard. You could see her all dressed in white going down the main streets, right down the center. The Llorona, dressed all in white.
We're in Texas.
Yeah, down in my hometown.
Huh.
People were my grandfather. Everybody would see her. It's like it's like she was a regular there. But you see, my town is built. The foundation of our town is limestone itself. So where there's limestone, there's going to be a lot of paranormal activity. But yeah, she would always show itself. I would always see her by the irrigation system or little canal that was around our school in elementary. I would always see her during the day there, because I could see things of the spirit. She'd be standing by the fence, grabbing the fence like that, trying to call me to go to the fence. She wasn't crying, but she was like always there by the fence. And I'm surprised that nobody could see her. Like none of the other kids could see her or nothing like that. But I would always see her. I think my coach had the ability to see spiritually, and he got to me and he told me not to ever go near her, but he could see her also. So who was she? I don't know because I could see her, but nobody else could see her from the other kids. We used to play softball, and sometimes the ball will hit it goes into the creek, so somebody had to go into the creek or the canal to get the ball out of there. But I would see her all the time. Maybe that might have been a different entity. I don't know, but she is very real. And it's not sometimes the people the if we're being traviesos or we're not misbehaving, there was a cucuy is coming for you or a chamuco is coming for you, or they would say La Llorona is coming for you because you're not paying, you're being a bad kid or whatever. But yeah, she's very real. We all noticed her. My brothers and sisters. My
Well, that's
mother,
not a
she was,
nice
she
thing
was,
to
she
do.
was praying
But that's not a nice thing to do with the children. If you know that thing is real, why are you gonna try to scare the children even more? Hey, behave
because
them.
when you're you're traviesos, they're trying to give you a scare so you can stop being travieso, misbehaving.
Ah,
But the legend of the Llorona, everybody knows it from generation to generation because it exists. It's been here. How long that legend has been, I don't know, but I knew it from my grandmothers and grandfathers. Or my grandmother would always say that story to us, La Llorona. Then of course they made some movies of La Llorona also. So I don't know if anybody's hasn't had an experience with her, but she's very real, man. She is not creepy pasta or a made up story.
yeah,
Uh,
I believe, I don't
yes,
know for sure. Like I know about the aliens with the Pleiades, Andromedans, Arcturians, Zeta Reticuli. I know about that, but
yeah,
this one I don't know.
yeah.
So, but I
All the
believe
family.
what you experience and
I have
what the people are
three
saying in the
brothers and
chat.
sisters. I have three brothers and sisters, and at that time my mother was there when that happened. So it was seven of us that experienced it when she showed up at her house. And then all the neighbors, she said that the Llorona went. Some of the neighbors that said that the Llorona went to their house trying to open their door because they could hear her crying in front of the doors. So there was a lot of people besides our household that witnessed her.
Ah, so I
And there was
tried
a
to
truck
open the
driver
door.
that flipped his because we followed her when she went through the fence, and you heard some brakes and like hear a big crash. There was a semi truck that flipped over sideways. and they were asking him what happened, and he said that he was driving, and because it was raining, and he said that that he dodged the woman in white that passed in front of got in front of his truck, his semi truck. So his vehicle went sideways, and he hit this Exxon gas station. Luckily, the gas things didn't blow up, but it was a big crash, right? And he said that he swerved his rig because of the woman that got in front of the vehicle. He didn't want to hit her. There was a person that lived right there in the corner. There was a corner house there about where that accident happened, and they seen us, and they're like, the woman came and started talking to my mother. So guess what happened? And my mom said, I already know. La Llorona said, how do you know that it was La Llorona? She said that she came crying to the front door also, and was wiggling the door trying to get in.
Is there any information how you can counter them? It's only by doing good and not being unfaithful. Sorry, Andreas, you want to say something?
No, I didn't hear you correctly. Did you say you wanted to encounter one or not encounter one?
Sorry.
No, like can you repeat what you just said? Because I didn't hear you correctly. Because of like my mic or your mic. What did you want to encounter one, or did you want to not encounter one?
Oh, not in Congo. So, for example, if a village that is known to have that woman roaming around and coming at your door, is there something an information or knowledge how you can counter it? So by putting something in front of the door, holy water, I don't know,
Yeah,
that ban
our
them.
house had Palm Sunday. We had holy crosses on every door, on every doorway and window in our house for
Okay.
spiritual protection. You can place a heavenly spiritual cross with holy water or something pure like olive oil for
Like
protection, to
what?
protect your home.
What you
So they
said?
won't be able
Olive oil?
to. So they won't be able to enter your house.
What do you use? Holy water cross and what you
You,
mentioned?
you can put a holy water, like with your finger, and put a
Oh, like
symbol of
that.
the cross,
Yeah.
or you could get olive oil because it's pure, and do the
Olive
same
oil.
thing. It'll protect your home from anything unclean coming in.
Alchemists or witches, good witches, they use salt. They put salt at the door. But in Aruba, here they hang aloe vera. Aloe vera, they hang
Yeah,
it at
aloe
the
vera
door. Yeah, most houses here in
or
Aruba,
garlic. You can put garlic for protection also.
garlic at the well, yeah, well in Aruba they hang aloe at the door to keep
Okay.
negative energy out. Yeah, aloe vera, which is the Egyptians call aloe vera plant of immortality because you can do a lot of things with it. Uh, Mexicans aren't afraid of much stuff for this reason. Lol.
No, it's because of this, like all of these legends that we have, like the Rayona, the ghost spirits. Mexicans are usually very spiritual for the most part, and we tend to do a lot of stuff that's more physical. So it's the more spiritual stuff that we're afraid of than the physical. The La Rayona is one of the main reasons why we don't really go out at night, why we try to stay inside, and why we pretty much use her along with the La Cucuy.
I'll be right
Basically,
back.
the Mexican, or the
I
Mexican
hear
version of
something
the
outside.
boogeyman. Like I remember my mother actually telling me the same thing. Like if you don't stop behaving, La Cucuy is gonna come after you too. That was when I was really young, and I won't admit I was scared shitless. So like
Oh,
I
really?
yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask if your background is from Mexico, but I see your name Andres. That's Spanish, yeah.
Uh, uh, I'm American, but I am of Mexican descent.
Yeah, your descent. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're descended from Mexico. Cool,
Yeah,
cool, nice. Yeah, Mexico do have a lot of folklore. You can say
yeah, we
there.
do. Definitely. I will not deny that. We definitely do believe in we have a good bit of folklore, and we believe in a ton of stuff. We can be a bit superstitious when it comes to certain things, but there's usually a good reason with that for that, especially if you know some people or people in your own family who experience stuff. So that's the reason why we have some rules in place for our souls and make sure we teach it to our kids.
It also depends on the region of where you live. Like
Yeah, oh, that too.
where I was, where I grew, I lived right by the border, so there was a lot of activity by the border, dealing with a lot of things. The human trafficking and all that existed. Uh, when I brujas, lechuzas and brujas, they were there. I would see them.
Yeah, I heard what the border patrol people, they had a lot of stories, a lot of strange stuff, paranormal stuff happen around the border.
Some of them had chupacabra incidents. Some of the border patrolmen, and they would have other kind of encounters that they will see out there that they were experienced. I think there was one. My cousin used to be a border patrolman, and he told me an experience that he had where they found a little girl. She was crying, and they asked her where your parents, and she was pointing. And when they were going to go check it out, they could hear something like making this weird noise, some kind of animal. So they grabbed the little girl and took her into the border, the vehicle, and whatever was there was trying to attack the vehicle. So he stopped being a border patrolman. He's like, screw that. So I'm not going to put my life in danger out there. But there's a lot of people that die out there in the woods, in the
Yeah,
monte. We call it the monte. They die
Monte.
out there. There's besides
Monte
there's
is what you call
rattlesnakes,
wilderness.
javelinas, there's cougars, wildcats, but there's other things out there.
You call Monte is the wilderness. That's what you call Monte.
Monte, el
Yeah,
monte, yeah,
Monte. And the wilderness in Aruba and Papiamento, we call it
or
Mundi.
bosque,
No, Mundi. Mundi.
mundi, yeah.
Yeah, Mundi. A bit similar there, I see. Yeah. Let me see. A lot of witchcraft in Mexico.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
that's why I
Brujeria.
think Mexico is where they are now. I
So it's
know the
not just in
cartels.
Mexico. There's witchcraft just about everywhere.
Yeah, but
So
some
yeah,
places are more prevalent than others. Like I know the cartels in whole South Africa, South America, and in Mexico, they also do satanic ritual. They're basically satanic. They also do sacrifice and shit like that, blood ritual.
when you encounter her so many times, you're like, just a la llorona. She's not going to do nothing to you. She's just a spirit looking for her children. So you let her be. Let her do her crying, and it's a ghost, and she'll just like she appears, she'll disappear. Ghost,
Well, maybe she
ghost.
needs guidance because she keep doing that loop, looking for the children, but the children are not there. So she needs to be sent to the other realm.
Guess we'll call it El Monte. El Monte.
You know what I'm saying? Mundi, Emundi. But
Yeah.
Puerto Rico too, witchcraft. Yeah, I would imagine Puerto Rico, not far from Santo Domingo or Haiti. Yeah, a lot of witchcraft there.
But there's different. You when you get the Llorona, you get the Banshee. There's other ones. Some of them are dressed all in black. But those are like brujas, and they haunt areas too, especially if they died there, or they're, they're dressed all in black with those black veils. And there's this bridge back home that we would stop on it. My friend was like, "Look, I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna shut off the lights." And when I turn it on, though, there's going to be a woman in black. She's going to be in a black dress and a black veil. I said, man, there ain't no. We're coming from the club, It's when I was young, a teenager. So he stopped on this bridge. And he shut off the light. It's like, man, there's nothing. Then he turned on the lights. When he turned on the lights, you see the woman all in black with a veil over her head, and he started chasing us. She started literally chasing us, and we left her behind, but you could see her where she was trying to come towards the vehicle and everything. They said there's a lot of brujeria.
Yeah, I know. What can defeat that is Christ consciousness.
So imagine this, Ganja Alexander. You're smoking weed, you're feeling good, and you encounter something like that. You're like, oh, I tell you what, you encounter something like that. Even if you're drunk, you're gonna sober up. You're like, you're gonna be flying. You're gonna take off. You're like, oh hell no. I used to see some crazy stuff down there in the valley where I
But that's
originally.
the thing. I'm different. You see, my friends, the one also is different. There's a path in Aruba that a lot of people don't take, but it's a shortcut. And there's the road is dark, no lights there. And there was a war there with the native and the French, and a lot of native died there and was burned. So that whole place is haunted. And he just went there. He didn't care. If something pop up, he will fight it, even as if spirits. So if that woman pop up to me, I'm high. I'm just gonna laugh at it and try to do something. I will try to fight it. I'm different. I'm a warrior spirit. I would
I'm,
not run
I'm just
away.
letting you know, man. I mean, when I'm talking about, I was a kid when I experienced this. It's like she was crying right there by my door, wailing. And you could see the door wiggling, the door moving like she's trying to come in the house, and she's saying mis hijos, mis hijos. I
Did you
go tell
say
my
that?
other brother. I tell my children, mis hijos. I go to the other room where my brothers are sleeping in a bunk bed, and I shake the bunk bed, and I say, La Llorona's here. My other brother's more asleep than awake. Like, damn, La Llorona. Then my brother's on the top bunk bed. He's seen her pass by the window, and she's wailing. He jumps off, and we take off running to the front room, uh, where my little sister, my mother were, and we're telling her, La Llorona's here. And my mom's like, ay, una pinche Llorona. And then you could see her pass by the window. And man, mom got up and got on her knees and started praying to our Father, did the sign of the cross, started praying. And the front door was open because we had no AC. So when it rains, it will get fresh. The cold air will go through the house. So when I went to close the door, I could see the Llorona coming around the corner of the house. I closed the door and I locked it, and she's waiting in front of her door, you know. And tell my mom, should I help the woman? And my mom was like, "Huerco pendejo, that's la Llorona." You want me to open the door? No, puerco pendejo, So my mom's praying, and I'm there, and I'm making sure she don't come in the house because she's wiggling the doorknob, trying to come in the house, and just wailing real loud, like she's trying to. I think the wailing, she does it for the fear factor. So after a while, she takes off and goes through the fence, through the link fence, goes right through it. And we seen her going up the street. We all come outside. We're looking down the street. We see her go up the hill, take a left, and that's when that accident happened. But yeah, that was a crazy encounter right there.
Well, you had a real encounter with the what's called the Llorona.
La Llorona.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have that in Aruba. I'm very blessed to be born and raised here. Yeah. Ugh. I feel I'm in another world compared to y'all.
Yeah,
The
you
the way she
know.
cries, man, the way she cries is one of those things as for those even to say that are not scared of shit, you're gonna scare you with the way she wails, the way she cries. It's not a regular cry, just put it that way.
A quick question for you guys. What do you guys think of white witches? The supposedly good ones. What do you think of them?
It's I don't know. I have encountered some good witches, um, and I have some encountered some sneaky ones too, that put like cord attached to you. They can sneak up. Yeah, they can do that, and they can sneak up
Well, so
and suck
the
your
white
energy.
witches or curanderas, right? Curanderas, they cure people that are being spiritually afflicted. But so sometimes if somebody has got a hex on them, then they get rid of the hex and send it back to the center, which will be a dark witch. So the only thing I can say about that is Beelzebub cannot cast out Beelzebub. But good works are good works if she's helping people out. You just got to make sure that the good works are being performed through the belief, the faith and belief in Jesus Christ. But yeah, normally if it's magic was magic, you know, Beelzebub cannot cast out Beelzebub. You know what I'm saying?
No, but, I understand. And also with the witches, for example, a question for you to Andres and Abe. With the cards, tarot deck, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think is people that use tarot deck is demonic?
I wouldn't necessarily say demonic, but it is leaning towards a side of the energy or world, however the heck you want to call it. That is more negative in my opinion because you're essentially putting your energy, your belief into an entity that does, in a sense, claim over that. If that makes any sense. So, I would
It,
stay away from that.
it is depending. I understand what you're saying. I thought, for example, coming from Catholic background, that yeah, astrology and tarot deck, all of it is demonic. But I came to find out afterwards is seeing people use it. It's depending who they're connecting to. You know, I see it as just a tool. It's how you use it and who you connect with. Some of them connect to Great Spirit or the Holy Spirit, you know, or Jesus Christ, Christ consciousness, or their higher self. So it's depending who you're connecting to.
Yeah, I can believe that, and also that's also leaning towards another thing. Why I'm more on I'm something. It's something I'm going to avoid and not put energy to it because what you're essentially doing is also giving energy to whatever entity holds domain over the cards or tarot card or astrology. Like I know, all like it's not all bad, but some people take it way too far, and that's when they actually start going into witchcraft, and witchcraft can sometimes lead to the demonic.
I
So
think the Yorona knew something was happening in our family. That's why she showed up, kind of like a warning us in a sense of a way, because we're being targeted spiritually. You know, at that time, I think that insurance claim that I was talking about was in effect. So yeah, she show up when I mean I just seen it as a warning. You know, I took it as a warning that she was warning us of something. But at the same time, you know, my sister was only like 2 weeks old, so I had to protect her. You know, it's I know it's hard to believe. You know, people believe in many things, but the only thing I can talk about is my experiences, just like other people talk about what they experience. But I've literally, honestly, experienced more of the spiritual aspect of things in my life. All throughout my life, it's been more of the balance. You know, and there's a lot of things within the balance, things that people don't understand is part of the balance, like what they call cryptids. You know, I'll call something else. or aliens. It's all part of the balance. Uh, I witnessed some things, man. The questions a lot of things, but like when we talk about reptilians, I witnessed something like that when I was a kid. I think I shared that story here, where it was nighttime. All I remember is when I woke up, I was standing on a curb in front of our house, and I was looking up. And as I brought my sight down, I looked to my left. I could see all my family, standing right there, like they were in a trance-like state. And it wasn't just us; it was like the whole block was like in a trance-like state, and they're all looking up, like hypnotized or a hypnotic state. And then I go inside. As I go inside the house because I'm freaking out because what I'm seeing. I go hide underneath my blanket. My blanket had a little hole, and I'm looking out the little hole. I was a kid, and then I seen something huge come in through the front door, and it was walking funny, and I could hear like something dragging, like like it was dragging something, and it was wearing like a cloak, like how the monks or whatever they wear over their heads, and it's dragging something. It goes into the room, then it's looking, and like I said, I'm hiding underneath the blanket. Then it walks out. It walks out and I get up to go look, not just to see all the people that are on the curb.
Abe, your mic is muffled.
I go up to my parents and I'm trying to wake them up to snap out of it, and finally they snap out of it, and everybody's looking like they don't even know what are they doing out there, and all the people that were on the curbs, they all go back inside the homes, but it's like, man, like they were being controlled by something. Uh, kind of like something had them looking up there. And to this day, what I witnessed was something with a long tail walking on twos. The dragging part was exactly that. It was the tail that was dragging on the ground. Even though it was walking on twos, it had a tail that drug on the ground. So I couldn't see the face of what was there, uh, but was it a reptilian? Because he had a tail. That's not the only time that I've seen it. I've seen it also. Something same thing happened. It was nighttime. Like I remember waking up by the railroad tracks, and all the people were putting stuff in the on the trains. In the cargo in the trains. Like, but I'm looking at the people, and they're like being controlled by something because they're not respond. I'm trying to get the attention of my father, no response, and the attention of I think my mother was out there too. A lot of people were putting stuff on the train, and I'm like, how did we get here? And so what I witnessed was this time I did see his face. It was big. He was on top of the cargo. They have like some coals. He was on top of that, and he was telling the people what to do. And I'm looking at it, and when people talk about reptilians, well, that's what it looked like. It was big. My parents don't even remember them doing anything like that, moving anything around. And I remember walking all the way from the railroad tracks all the way home, and my parents are still like in a hypnotic state. And there's not just us; there's other families, and even some of the children they're like in a hypnotic state or being controlled by something. And we walk, let me see, one, two, three, four, 6 blocks to make it home. And they don't remember doing anything like that. What do you think about that? You know, somebody said that the reptilians or aliens been living amongst us, right?
Yes, they do. Some of them.
I'm
Yes.
saying that they have control over people, whatever control it is, or whatever device they're using to control people like that is crazy, man.
Yeah, they have mind control. They have mind control capability. Yes.
Let me read the comments here.
I never seen a reptilian,
But
but
I know Andrew was gonna ask something. Um, I just wanted to finish the story. So, what were you gonna ask, brother Andrew?
No, I just wanted to say about the whole white witches that sure they can do great things, but they can also turn like to the dark side of magic real quick, just on not if they just have one bad day. So I would just stick with Christ and His Father to help you with the issues because essentially that's the one main difference. Witches can be like Fae, and Fae can be sure they can help you out, but they can also do some rather horrible things to you if they feel like it. And some of the legends that they do, they're not so nice. Uh, the same could apply towards white witches. That's what I was gonna say when they're talking.
Yeah, I talk about my experiences of what I witnessed. You know, that's the thing. You know, I remember all this, and I was freaked out, man, because whatever that was huge. You know, it had a tail. That's what was dragging in our floor was made out of wood, real wood, and that it was dragging in the floor like you can hear, it's like it was dragging something. But definitely, reptilian. It was pretty big. So, do you think that if there is aliens, do you think that they have control over the people in some kind of way that we might have some kind of device on us or within us, somewhere within us
uh,
that has some kind of control over people? What do you-
well, they don't. No, they project. They project, so we don't see them, but you can see them if your third eye is open. But they don't have us fully under control. That's why they wanted to chip us right now, like the transhumanism of merging with the machine. Then they have us fully under control. That's the mark of the beast, you can say.
We're fixing to hit the 3 hour marker.
Yeah, we are.
Man, it doesn't even feel like we'll be talking that long. What's
No, it.
going on with that, Alexander?
Hmm?
It's just the Brenna fell asleep on us. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm just, she was tired. I could tell it in her eyes.
Well, yeah, different tribes around the world talk about the reptilians. I know the Zulu call them the Chitahuri. I know in Mexican, Andres, you maybe would know about the reptilians there. They also appear in the Mexican folklore or mythology.
I know some things about. It's usually brujas or brujos. Usually the owls are healers. That's what I mainly focus on because those are the ones that are most talked about. If I wanted like got to do some real research to get into that, but I try to stay on the surface level because there's a lot of people who use this stuff, especially like in public places. And Mexico actually has a capital for witches, which supposedly the actor, I forgot her name, Angela Jolie. I think her name is, apparently also went there because she does magic too.
And Angela Jolie,
I
Jolie.
I think so, but I'm not sure if I'm getting her name right. Maybe I'm thinking somebody else, but apparently she went to the capital of Mexico for witches for some weird ass reason. Some people saw her there, and that's like, you know how all these elites go through all these rituals and go through magic. I'm surprised that she went there for Mexico.
The capital of what's the city called?
I forgot the name of it, but there is a city in Mexico that is known the capital of witchcraft. A lot of witches gather there at certain times of the year for rituals or all that.
You're talking about Guanajuato.
Uh, Possibly, but I'm not sure.
Guanajuato.
Okay, I'm not aware of that. Um,
Yeah,
Guanajuato. Guanajuato. Somewhere around there, they supposedly have meetings and conventions and all kinds of stuff.
ah, well, I know a lot of the celebrities like Beyonce. She's a dark witch. I know what's called Jennifer Lopez. Oh yeah, she's from Puerto Rico. Well, descended from Puerto Rico. I think she was born in New York. She also is known to practice witchcraft. I think
Yeah.
Santeria. She's into Santeria with her shit. Yeah, all the husband left her. She has like a divorce list. I don't know how many men she divorced. Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, a lot of the celebrities are into dark witchcraft. And Alan asked me if I heard of the Nordics. Yes, I didn't know about that, but apparently I encountered a person that is deep with the Nordics mythology. And then apparently I heard that, yeah, with what's called um, the guy with one eye, Thor. No, that's Thor, and you have his father and Loki. All of them are real. They're real entities, and they come from they describe a different realm. You have Asgard, Midgard, with the realm of the little people. It's like a tree, how to describe it, with branches, and each branch is a different realm. Yeah, that's what I know about the Nordics. About the person that I encountered that's into that is a Nordic, basically. But yeah, that's the only thing I know about them. It's the same in Africa. You have another group there in Africa that study or is a religion, you say. It's called the Orishas. Orishas. But I not into that. I know about it, but I haven't go deep into it. The tall blonde aliens. Oh, you're talking about the tall blonde aliens. Oh yeah, I know about them. Yes, the Nordics. You have also good and bad. With them, they look human, but not. Well, they're humanoid, but they're long. They're tall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know the U.S. government has been working with them.
I used to
Yeah.
see the shadow people since I was a kid, or they call it shadow people because they look like people, but when you get close to it, it's just a dark shadow. But they pretend to be people because they mimic people. Remember, one of my aunts was learning how to drive, and we went up to a dirt road, and it was dark, and they were showing how to reverse, and she hit the gas too hard, and we almost went into the canal. So she put in a drive, and we're kind of stuck a little bit, and then that's when we witnessed the dark shadow come out, and it was right there beside us, looking at us. And my aunt's trying to put it in drive. She put it in drive, and the we hit the gas, and it was spinning, but then we got loose. But the dark shadow figure was right there by the station wagon, looking at us as we left that area. It was there looking at us. But I've seen the bulto negros. I call them bulto negros since I was a kid. I still see them. Doesn't matter what kind of shadow it is. Shadow of a person, shadow of an animal. I'm able to see spiritually that way. I can go to any location. All these locations where people say that there's something there, like thing of the LBL. I can go to the locations and I'll find out what the source is, what's happening in those locations.
I
Because
gave you a location for you to
yeah,
have an
they will
adventure.
reveal themselves to me. If there's something there, spiritual, it'll reveal itself to me.
Well, I advise you to go to Mount Shasta. Go camp there a week.
I'll go camp over there a week,
Yeah, try to do it this year
and
if you can.
I'll go recording
Go to Mount
whenever
Shasta.
the manifest, and I'm going to tie bind and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name,
And that I don't think it's gonna
and
work on that.
and they're going to be disappearing. They're going
I
to be
don't think so.
disappearing and going to be smelling like sulfur.
You think so? Well, try to
Yeah,
have it
I think so,
recorded
100%.
because the ones there are. Oh yeah, you have a mix of good and bad there. But you have all of it are there. Mostly the good ones are there. And could they be confused by giants? No, they are. Yeah, they look human. The Nordics. Yeah, the Nordics. I thought you was talking about the Norse mythology, but the Nordics. Yeah, the alien. They look human. They're just tall.
You can
Uh,
really fight the shadow figure. The only thing you can do is pray against it. But what happens when somebody sees something like that? They do the worst mistake they can do is get scared. Once it gets
oh,
scared, the shadow figure is going to use your fear. It gets stronger.
yeah. That's why I don't run. I go after it. I say, "Come here. I want to play." Oh yeah, also with the Nordics, what I heard is that in Greenland, there's a big underground Nordic base in England. There's also in Greenland, and there's also a big giant spacecraft machine that crashed there a long time ago. That's under the ice there in Greenland. That's why Trump also wants Greenland. There's multiple reasons for Greenland. Well, yeah, there's a Nordic base in England and a down giant spacecraft there. La,
Uh,
la, 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 la. Yeah, you know, they run normally from me. They don't come to me. They run away from me. Never angel.
I think Never's Angel sister Brenda was trying to play with some shadow activities over there in where was it when she was going to go on vacation?
Possibly. And lucky you,
She said she was trying to go on vacation to what was it, Jamaica? She was going to play with shadow figures over there.
Jamaica.
It's
Yeah,
a joke.
Jamaica has a lot of strange places. Well, she
I'm trying
did
to say
more there in Jamaica.
I'm trying to say a joke, but it sounds a little bit bad. But yeah, Sister Brenda was trying to go on vacation to go play with shadow figures in Jamaica.
Well, that means that she's strong in herself, that she's above, that she knows they cannot affect her.
No, but I'm saying you don't get it. What I'm saying that they're real people.
Oh,
They're
well, yeah.
just a little bit darker than us.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Sister Brenda went to have a party in Jamaica, have let loose.
Yeah, yeah,
La,
yeah.
la, la, la. Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people go to Jamaica to let loose, seems like. And she was right. The Jamaican love white, big ladies. Let me put it that way. Nicely. La, 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 la.
Sister Brenda was like, I got tagged by 7 shadow figures.
Oh, dear.
I had fun.
But I know the Jamaicans
We
want to.
partied till 7 in the morning.
Damn.
I'm just kidding, y'all.
Well,
But
she
anyway,
was married. She was married with a Jamaican, or with.
yes,
Yeah,
that's what she says.
yeah. The one thing the Jamaican men are known for, also with being into big girls, is they don't eat punani.
Oh
They don't.
man,
They don't eat punani. They don't like that.
they don't eat. They don't like fish.
They don't like fish. They don't
Okay.
like eating fish.
You know that song? I want the punani. I want punani. I had my gunner. His name was Pont. His last name was Pont, and he was from the Virgin Islands. And he would play that song. I want punani. I want punani.
Yeah, punani. Yeah, the Jamaican are different. I think most of the other Caribbean islands, the man do eat punani. I can speak for the Arubians; they do eat punani. La 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 la. La. But the Jamaicans, no, they don't eat punani. No, 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 no.
Yeah. Well, Abe, I'm gonna log off. You already passed the 3 hour marker.
Yeah, yeah. We're just having fun now.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks
You know
for
what punani means?
based on
Uh,
oh yes, I can guess.
No, 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 no,
I am not that young.
no. Sure.
I'm gonna go back in the chat. All right.
all right, brother.
All right.
Well,
Good night
thank
to
you
you.
for jumping on.
Good night to you, Alexander. May the Heavenly Father watch over you guys and protect you. Take care and rest well.
Thanks, man.
God bless you
Like,
too, brother.
much blessings. Well, yeah, that's code word for puss puss. Yes.
I want punani. There was a song back in the day when I joined the military. He would play it all the time.
Well,
You ever
I
heard the
live.
song? You've heard it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I live in the Caribbean. There's a lot of punani songs. There's not one. There's many. There's yeah. I cannot really point one to you. There's a lot. No, no, no. Well, yeah, there's a lot of strange things in Jamaica. Yeah, for sure.
I've heard
Oh shit! You're right.
because they
You're
can rape
right.
female Bigfoot.
No, wait. Hey, how
That's what they try
Tiger?
to say. A female Bigfoot try to rape him, try to give him
What?
the punani.
No, but wait. Do you know? Abe, do you know Steven Seagal sing reggae? Yeah, Tiger. I don't know how. I came across it long time ago, but apparently Tiger, the one in the chat, he or she knows about it. Yeah, Steven Seagal sing a Punani song, and
Wow.
with a lady. I forgot that Queen something. She's known as the Queen of Dancehall of music. That's more like dirty dancing. Put it that way. The Steven Seagal reggae. Let me see Punani.
So we're,
Let me
we're
see.
gonna make an American version song of it. And we call it the Punani Man Can.
Oh yeah, look at this one. Yeah, I found it. It is Steven Seagal featuring Lady Saw. Me want the Punani. Steven Seagal sing a reggae, a song. Long time ago, more than 50 years ago.
Yellow Tag Takeover.
Hey, hey.
Recibite con 70% de descuento. Riba poco para cash off.
It's advertisement.
Interés buscando por artículo. Riba Yellow Tag na Crown.
Find the perfect tag tag for your pet and get it engraved in minutes. Only at this gal.
This is
Mr. Steven Seagal, right on Jamaica, say one, body's gal. So them send for Lady Stark, I don't know my raw. You see me? So. What you really want, darling? The one you got there to make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night. You want to put on this if I make me name. Want the body, him want the put on it. I mean,
What
know
the
it nice.
hell?
When the girls start to strut, you can look at them, but you shouldn't do that. The girl dress is just a pity, not just there to cover her kitty. When me I fling it up, you better not back it up. When me I dash it up, make sure you black it up. If you ever flap it up, then me I go lock it up. Park it up like Benji hold up. Stop! The money got there to make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night. You want to bananas if I make me nice. You love the way you have some kinds of way you talk is so hot. Now you know, let have a shot of rum. Then me can make you come. We need to the ocean, that would be fine. You can be my bottle jack. Nice tidal breeze, bring you to your knees. We're jamming. Look, this a girl and I'm blowing, rather wind up slow. When me turn it around, you have to come tomorrow. In case you never know me, start me whole show. Me tell you from starting, you go down low. Let's do it all night, from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, tell me go be nice. It's quite alright, water run from the right. I love it like that, but I won't buy some. Why not so when me turn it around, you have to come tomorrow. In case you never know me, start me whole show. Me tell you from starting, you go down low. Let's do it all night, from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, tell me go be nice. It's quite alright, water run from the right. I love it like that, but I won't buy some. What you really want, darling? The one you go there, will make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night. You want the bananas if I make me nice. Want the body, they want the good on it. Tell me look nice.
Yeah, that's
Foxy
right.
Rose says that song is not good enough for my punanis. You gotta come with better than that. LOL.
Yeah, exactly. I never thought. Yeah, but I encountered that a long time ago. It's not new, that song, And that was like a dance hall, so it's a bit dirty dancing. That's the Jamaican dance hall. We have a lot of dance hall in Aruba. But yeah, a song Me Wonder Punani, Steven Seagal and Lady Saw, the queen of dancehall. I never imagined those two would make a song together about Punani. But they have more than one song.
No wonder you got the punani.
Yeah, I haven't had Punani in a long time. La, 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 la.
Is punani like a pie?
Yeah, you can say it's a pie. A delicious pie. Oh, you've seen Dirty Hands? Oh, that's cool. I could have yeah, the same here, Neva Angel. Oh yeah, she taps with Gwen Stefani. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways,
anything is possible. No. Anything is possible. Seems like it.
now
Hey, if Steven-
Alexander is gonna be doing about punani. They're gonna be playing that song later on tonight.
Lol. No, there's one song in Dutch that I translate in English. But yeah, I sing it a few times. I had to rhyme it and everything to make it rhyme. But that song is about the cabal,
Oh shit!
about the government. Yeah, and I have another one that I mentioned about the reptilians that I worked on. Yeah.
So do you think the the Punani song attracts succubus and incubus?
I don't know. I cannot say because I don't know much about the succubus or incubus. I
Well,
never
the
experienced
succubus
it.
incubus they attack where you're in sleep paralysis, and sometimes they attack
But
sexually.
yeah, exactly. So how do you get incubus or succubus on you when you're too sexual active, when you're too horny, or when you're not doing anything?
Well,
Or what
they
is it?
come to drain your energy. If they target you,
No, but what attracts it to you? Or your sexual energy when it's too low, too high? If that does
well, when
that
it's too
anything
high,
has to do with
they
it?
come to drain your energy.
So when your sexual energy is high,
Yeah,
then they come
because
to suck it.
you're staying. How should I say? You're not doing anything uh, physically. So yeah, they come to try to drain your energy.
I haven't had intercourse in a long time, 8 years, 8, 9 years, and I never encountered that. So I think it's depending the person. It comes down to your energy, your state of mind.
Alan Garrick said the discussion has gone south. Well, think about it, man. Music. There's a lot of music that is a spiritual opening. Music can be a spiritual opening to many things.
Nirvana, meat pies are fire. Jamaica has some fire ones. Yeah, I bet. For the ladies. Lol. The discussion has gone south. Yeah, deep south.
Well, sometimes you're trying to stay a certain way. You're trying to stay humble. You're trying to not lose any kind of energy. So yeah,
But I know
you're
this
trying to maintain your virtue and everything
energy
to
celibate.
be solid,
There's a
celibate.
power in being, yeah, there's a power in being celibate, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
harnessing your energy. So when you're harnessing your energy, being celibate, that mean then they're gonna be attacking you.
They could,
No.
but I think it's when they attack when some of these women in this panel have a dirty mind. So attack when your mind starts wandering off, thinking, thinking mañoso, thinking nasty, dirty thoughts. That's when the
Dirty.
succubus and incubus can attack.
Oh, and if you're
Yeah.
kinky too. Kinky is good. La, 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 la. I fall more in the category of kinky, so yeah. I think it's depending the person.
Foxy Rose says, I got your base, though I actually am in an imaginary relationship with someone I have not physically met. How the fuck does that happen to a person? Is it somebody
Wait,
that they
what?
haven't met? So it's got to be some. Is it AI generated? I think other
Well,
people
yeah,
saying
you
that.
have people now marrying AI.
I've seen this guy is bragging about it that he had 3 girlfriends, but they're all AI generated.
Wait, so one of your
We'll save the
exes
we'll
was
save the succubus for tomorrow for Friday. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
oh, okay. No, because I see Nothing Easy says one of her ex was attacked by succubus.
Yeah.
Was he dirty minded? Yeah. I think there's a difference with dirty depending or just dirty evil and kinky.
Yeah, I mean, any bad thought if you see in a movie and there's scenes in there, sex scenes, and there was like the guy that popped on here one time that he was addicted to porn, and I think my friend that was a minister, we would call them the porn demons. So this guy was addicted to porn and he was being spiritually attacked by succubus. I mean, I had him on the show here, Alexander, and you could tell he had a negative attachment on him because the only thing he would talk about is rubbing one out. Like he had to rub. He said, "I have to rub one out every day. Every day, I got to rub one out." Because his mind wasn't addicted to porn. So I don't know whatever happened to the guy. I prayed for him, and I told him, "You need to disconnect your computer. Or stop watching the porn because it's, is doing you wrong." He had activity happening in his house and everything, but he would not leave the porn.
Oh yeah. Well, he took porn in the next level, I guess. Uh, oh yeah, it's depending what you watch too. Oh yeah. Let me see. Y'all be hurting my virgin ears. Ah, devil outdoors. Yeah, virgin ears. Yeah. I think your ear is starting bleeding right now. No? La, la, la. Kinky is code word for creative. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, creative. Yeah, I would agree. Foreplay and all that. Yes, yes.
You got to be stronger
Costume.
than the thought. You have to have the strong mind, the strong will.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's a mind. You have to overcome it in your
Mind
mind.
over matter.
Yeah.
Oh, here in Texas, that is banned here in Texas.
What
Yeah,
porn?
it's been banned.
Isn't it bad most of the country?
Well, in Texas for sure, it's banned. Well, we don't have nothing like that here. They used to be. They banned all that stuff. So for those people that like to Google, like Sister Cynthia, who like to Google stuff, you can do it over here in Texas. It'll show you a thing where you're not allowed. Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah, I put just a name
no.
of something and just to see what will happen, and yeah, it won't show nothing.
Oh,
Texas
that's why
is porn free.
I mean, yeah, there they track everything. Also, what you post online, what you post, your Facebook, everything there in the US is being tracked. And here they can do shit. I'm out of their jurisdiction.
Foxy says, "I like real porn. I like to watch people who don't know blank secret."
Secret. Huh.
Yeah, you still gotta be careful because as a spiritual opening, a lot of demons in the porn industry because you got all kinds of
And it's
things
not
in
well.
porn.
Some of them,
It's not just
it's not really passionate. It's more just bam, bam, boom, boom, gla. It's not really, It's sex means sexual energy exchange. You're exchanging energy. One thing I want to learn more about is the not Kama Sutra. You have Kama Sutra, but the fuck, there's a shit it's called. It's like a sexual thing that you can do with your partner to go on a higher level of how I say of
Foxy Rose says,
pleasure.
if you're a fighter type woman, it's hard to find a man that can be dominant. You know, just a real man. What happened here with men?
Well, men, their testosterone went down below average, you can say. A lot of men, and they're becoming more feminine or weak, you can say. It's depending what they eat. Well, yeah, and what they watch. If there's a liberal man, yeah, forgot about it. They're weak. They're beta, not alpha.
So what do you think about all this AI stuff that they're creating? AI girlfriends.
AI. Oh yeah, that's a different thing. You have also in Albania, you have a AI parliament. Yeah, an AI person from the of the representing the parliament. That's an AI figure. Yeah, you have people marrying AI. Yeah, I don't know. AI is, I think, is gonna go out of control. Skynet, Skynet. You know Skynet,
Yeah.
Skynet, the Terminator. Yeah, with the Matrix.
242 corrected.
The Matrix movie is actually from a book called The Third Eye. And Neo in the movie is the one supposed to represent Christ returning back. And I think the Terminator scene is before the Matrix. I think that is a ring from spirit. Yeah. So the Matrix movie is based on Christian theology, you can say. Because when Neo got killed, right? And a one person was looking for him, the one, Morpheus, which represents John the Baptist. John the Baptist. And he encountered Neo, was supposed to represent Jesus. And was killed. He was killed by the agent. And then he got a kiss from the lady, which is called Trinity. Got a kiss from Trinity, and he came back to life more powerful and took the machine down. So yeah, it has a lot of biblical theology in it.
Well, we've been on almost for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Brother Shaman, I think I might call it a night. Any questions for Brother Alexander, all the way from Aruba?
Yeah, on a little Dutch island in the Caribbean, 19 miles long. Yeah, we have witches here, but we don't have like your own. Maybe, I don't know. Never encountered it. I'm very blessed and protected. Tell the truth. Yeah, wherever I go, my energy, I good. You see, I don't observe energy of people. I emit my own energy. That's the difference.
Any questions for Brother Alexander?
Yeah, any question for me? Hey, God77, fuck zeros, everybody. AI, too good to tell from the truth and what is real or not. It will lose a lot of the value that it has now. Well, yeah,
Says,
this
I've
is
got it, one for y'all. Google 77 Brigade. See what they are. Oh.
Google 77 Brigade. See what they are. All right, let me check it. But yeah, I think I will write it down to check it afterwards and see my. Oh yeah, thanks for sharing. The person that shared. I'm gonna save it to my music list. The Punani song. Well, let me see. Brigitte 77 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I will look it up. Oh, the 77 Brigade. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will check it out. Well, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, real math and physics are gaining popularity in science. What I see is going to be coming is science and spirituality is going to merge into one, and religion is going to be left on the side. Yes. But anyways, that's a ring from spirit. But yeah, I think it's physics. Fake scientists are not able to create new math that we need. Hmm. But it's good. Abe, you're gonna be coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
On
later on
well,
tonight.
all right, that's good. Well, yeah, maybe later tonight. Yeah, it's already
Yeah,
4:31
yeah.
a.m. in Aruba. 4:31 a.m. So the sun's coming out in a bit. Yeah, but yeah, no, awesome. Thank you, Abe.
You're welcome,
Blessings
brother.
everybody in the chat, and yeah, I will catch you all next time tomorrow, later today. Uh, Peace.
Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed the live. I know it got a little bit crazy talking about Punani at the end there, but we're just joking around. I guess there is a song with Steven Seagal. I just want to say thank you to all the members of Spiritual and DDN Encrypted Encounters uh, for being here and just listening and tuning in. Thinking about doing another live later on tonight around, trying to do it around 10 or 11. I don't know yet. But thank you. Thank you for everybody, for the moderators, Brother Andres, Brother Alexander, Sister Brenda, and to all the viewers that viewed in here tonight. Uh, Tomorrow night, we could talk about different topics dealing with the spiritual aspect of things. We'll see what we come up with tomorrow. But in saying that, I just want to say always maintain your Heavenly Love Foundation. Continue to place the Heavenly Father first. If there's any bad thoughts that come into your mind in any kind of way, shape, or form, type on rebuking through the name of Jesus Christ. Clear your mind, clear your space, keep your temple holy. In saying that, this is Brother Abe Cias and Sarcias signing off from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Spiritual and DDN Encrypted Encounters. Peace out, everybody. Good night, and God bless you all.